Hello everybody, and welcome to the Bloodthirsty Puppets. Tonight we are playing a slightly different game. Tonight we are playing the Boneyard, which is our Halloween special. It's not set in space, it's set somewhere else, something we're going to call Feared. Three rules for chat just before we get on too far. Don't be a tool about someone's race, don't be a tool about someone's gender, and most importantly, don't be a tool. So...
Or a screwdriver! Ho, 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 ho.
Thank you for that. Always appreciated. We are playing Friday Night Spice. It is using our Spice system. It's a very light version of Spice because we are using Roll20 because, as you may have noticed, we have some guests with us today. So we're rolling that on Roll20 and everything's been very light and very chill. Well, chill, we're in a horror zone, so, you know, that's how things are going to go. I'm Blood Puppets. I'm going to be somehow PMing my way through this, and I'm going to pass the buck up to Thirsty. Who are you and who are you playing?
I am Thirsty, and tonight I should be playing Thirsty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Next one on the list. Corone.
Hello, I am Karone, and I will be playing Jay.
Oh, sorry, I need to tell you guys who you're playing. Sammy and the other one, Grover. Could you guys move your camera a little bit to put Sammy more in frame?
What? I think it's perfect.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I thought it was perfect as well, but, you know.
Yep.
What else?
It's all lopsided now.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah.
You guys moved from when I cropped your camera and I can't be bothered to move it now. So who are you guys and who are you playing?
I'm Killigan and I'm playing Sammy.
I am Grover, or Dev, and I am playing Grover.
Or Dev.
Or Dev. Whatever you choose.
Tech Puppet.
I am Tech Puppet and I will be playing Andy.
One of. Moving up to our esteemed guests from Skag Nation, we have Skaggeth.
I'm Skaggeth, so playing Skaggeth, easy.
Yep. More importantly, he's also wearing the Skaggeth love shirt, so when he gets up and moves, you'll see this amazing emote. It's so good. And up center, perfect. Top and center, Rethix.
Hello, Rethix, and I will be playing myself.
You guys had the option to change your names, but I didn't know anything else, so I went, that'll do.
We're us playing us.
Yep, pretty much.
Ask more questions.
Yep. I don't have your names on screens because I didn't really have time to put them in because some people turned up kind of after time, but it's okay. We don't judge them. Cool. Alright, so we are going to start with this intrepid group of adventurers. And what we're going to do is we are going to generate an NPC to which you all have a relationship of some sort. Thirsty, name this close friend.
I think we all have this close friend called Valonda.
I fucking hate you. Rethix, appearance of this friend. What do they look like?
Tall and skinny.
Tall and skinny. Can I get a hair colour or anything?
Green.
Green, okay.
I was actually thinking that you would say green.
Woo, spookiness starts already. Okay, Skaggeth, job of this close friend. What do they do in this post-apocalyptic world?
They are collecting anything. They're a scrap gatherer.
Okay. Tech Puppet. What's this friend's best quality?
Ability to vanish into the haze when needed.
Okay, can avoid trouble. Stealthy, okay, we'll go with that. Jay, a distinctive marking for this person.
She's got one tooth.
One
In
tooth.
total?
Yeah.
To be fair, post-apocalyptic world is actually more than possible.
And it goes down to her chin.
Okay, that's not normal. Tooth to chin. Okay. Who haven't I picked on yet?
Snaggletooth volley.
Grover. This person has a significant item, something they are very Attached to, what is it?
A crusty sock.
You know how I asked you guys to buy shares in this horror thing? You guys are nailing
Okay.
it.
That's pretty horrifying.
And Sammy, how did they get this particular item? I believe I now have to ask that.
Sorry, what?
How did they get this particular item? Why is it significant to them?
They stole it from their first lover.
I should have just worn a clown outfit. I mean...
Sorry.
Okay. Now this is where I get to be an asshole back at you guys. Grover, what is Sammy's relationship to this Valonda?
Sister?
Okay. So you guys need to start noting this shit down. Well, Sammy does anyway. Sammy!
Do I need to write it down?
I don't have anything to note it down with.
Oh, you guys suck. Just remember that you're her sister and you'll be fine.
Valonda's sister, okay.
Okay, Sammy, what is Rethix's relation to Valonda?
Married.
Okay.
Ouch.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Yeah, that sucks for you, man.
That
You're not the one the crusty sock belongs to.
We're about to find out, I guess. Rethix, what is Thirsty's relationship to Valonda?
Nemesis.
Okay. Thirsty, relationship to Skaggeth.
Childhood friends.
Yeah, okay. That's easy.
Yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Skaggeth, what's Jay's relationship to Valonda?
Ex-married.
So it's your crusty
Hey,
sock.
this is going to be the most awkward
I think
party
that's
ever
lovely.
since this
Yeah,
person's
what?
supposed to be all your close friend. But we've got this. Okay. I see you're buying well into this. Jay, what is Tech's relationship?
Dentist.
Dentist. Okay.
What?
Okay. We can do that. Tech, what is Grover's relationship to Valonda?
Son of Valonda's son.
Okay. I like it.
Wow.
Grover, son. Okay, Grover, I'm going to let you decide either Rethix or Jay is your dad. Which one?
Oh, come on. This would be right territory
Yeah.
for the nemesis to raise his head.
Okay, or the nemesis.
Or the dentist.
No.
That could be the reason why the
No.
marriage is not passed.
Okay, you motherfucker have decided her name is Valonda. I'm just narrowing it down to 3. I'm not going any further than that.
So my options are what? Sorry? What?
Your options are either my current husband, my ex-husband, or apparently my nemesis, which is Rethix, Thirsty, or Jay.
I'll go with your ex-husband.
Because that makes
Jay.
things awkward, right?
Exactly, yeah. Makes things as awkward as possible.
Okay.
Is that me?
Yes.
Yep.
Is it?
Grover is
Yeah.
your son.
Okay.
This is fucked up and weird. Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hey, it is us you're playing with.
I know, but I thought when I said buy into it, you might go for it. But okay,
There's nothing scarier than your family.
that's actually kind of true. All right, fair
Also,
enough.
they actually have a reason not to like stab you in the face because you know. you're the
Apart
son.
from the nemesis, apparently. All right. Okay. You are all travelling here with your friend Valonda, who is tall, skinny, and has green hair. Good job. And one really long tooth. You arrive, and before you are all travelling as an 8. Before you see that there is a very old church, or it would have at least been a nice-looking church had the apocalypse had not come. The church itself is beginning to fall apart. It has a very high steeple, and it has like one of those like clock towery things on the go. But what you kind of notice more than anything else is the little village around it and the small kind of veterinary hospital a little bit up on the hill. But this place looks kind of untouched, apart from the church, which looks like it's begun to fall into ruin. But the houses around here seem to be perfectly fine. The glass has remained in the windows. It looks as if someone has just been along and cleaned the streets. But the thing that's probably most remarkable about this place is the fact that the graveyard is still mostly intact. The headstones themselves are still high. They are still mostly, not broken down. They're not broken into crumble. There doesn't seem to be a lot of lichen or moss or anything on them either. And on some of the graveyards, you can still see little flowers have just been laid, as if someone had just come by and laid them on a friend's phone. And this is what you guys see as you crest over the top of the hill. It's beginning to get dark because it's a horror movie, and because it's beginning dark, Valonda looks across at the graveyard and points across to some of the flowers that have been set down on the various things, and she nudges Rethix in the arm and says, "So well, we're after that flower. If we get that flower, then we could make an absolute fortune, an absolute killing. I don't know why it's dangerous here at all."
Why are you asking me? I don't know. I've never been here.
Well, I haven't been here either, but you're supposed to be the gun-toting nutter here, so I thought, well, security.
So you want me to go ahead and have a look-see, yeah?
It would be smart, yeah. I mean,
Sure.
if you don't mind.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get myself killed first, sure.
Does anyone else want to go with him? You are all travelling as a group. I don't know why the Nemesis is here, but you are all travelling as a group.
I'm gonna stay with my patient because walking through graveyards picking up flowers is could be seen as suspect by the natives.
Might chip her tooth.
That's true.
I basically
I'll
don't
go.
have a scumbag for looting stuff off gravestones.
I'll go if I can ruin your plans and get it for myself.
Okay.
We could wait until night before we go grave robbing, guys. Just throwing that out there.
Oh,
Getting a
no,
flower.
no, you misunderstand. I don't think it's in the graves, because that would be really silly, and it's really hard to dig up graves. But the flowers themselves, they might be. I think they're kind of valuable, and if they've been planted in, then there's something growing here in this horrible wasteland that we have around us. So.
Do you mean they've been planted or placed?
No, they've been placed.
So someone's literally come up to the grave and placed a flower on it.
Mhm.
And you want us
But
to
they
go
must-
and pick that up and
well,
harvest it?
Yeah, because they're probably worth a lot, right? I mean,
Why
they're
are they
fresh
worth
flowers. Someone would be growing them somewhere. So if we can find the source, that would be excellent.
Or
I
why don't
mean,
we-
we're trying to all make that one big score so we can go live in the high towers and not have to do this anymore.
Looking around, can I see any people?
Take a perception check for me. In fact, anyone who wants to look for other people, take a perception check.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm looking anyways.
When you roll, tell me what you roll because no one else can see.
A big tasty 15.
I got an 8.
Yeah, got it as well.
I crit.
You generally crit. You did crit, didn't you?
Yeah.
On a crit, you notice that. No, screw it, you can have it all. On a crit, you notice that there are footsteps leading from some of the gravestones that have had flowers placed on them to the village. But as soon as they cross the road, the tracks seem to disappear, as if there's an invisible boundary around the houses and the thresholds of those. But you do see some tracks that go up towards the veterinary hospital at the top. And at the top there, you can see a couple of people milling around. You can see what you would recognise as a ghoul, someone who has been severely affected by the radiation. And you can see a couple of other people walking around and talking just outside. Your typical scavenger type folks. There's about, let's say there's half a dozen of them, and at least one of them is a ghoul.
Does anyone else see this apart from that?
Anyone who got below a 10, you can spot the people, but you don't spot the tracks.
Okay. Maybe we should go talk to the people and not loot the flowers from their loved ones' graves in front of them. That might upset them.
How will they know it's not our loved one's grave?
You didn't notice it.
Huh?
Only me and Kitten know it's there.
No, we all know the flowers there because Volley said go pick that flower up.
Yeah, the people, I mean.
No, we can see the people.
Yeah, everyone can see the people, but the only person who saw the tracks.
Okay, cool.
But you can see the tracks specifically lead to the ones that have the flowers. And the most recent one is the one probably closest to the door of the church.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab my son's hand and say, Don't be scared, son.
I need a specific question
How old are you?
answered. How old are you?
I'm holding a crossbow.
That means nothing. You're a post-apocalyptic dude. So how old are you? Are you a kid or are you an adult?
You could be that kid from Mad Max.
Because that
Well,
severely
yeah.
affects how old Valonda is.
She sounded quite young. I mean, I would go maybe late teens, I guess.
Okay. Cool. Late
Yeah,
teens. There you go.
I'll still do my action.
That's fine.
It's fine, Dad. I'm fine.
Get off me, God.
Yeah.
You're embarrassing me.
I'll just pat him on the back and walk off.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go get that flower. And I walk away.
Okay, so am I hearing a splitting of the party here?
I'm staying on the path with Valonda and kind of nervously looking at this group up the hill to see if they're watching us.
Okay. They like one or two of them appear to have spotted you. So you can see some of them pointing out in your direction. You definitely have to walk closer to be able to talk to them, even shout at them. And they're kind of up on a hill and sort of like on the other side of this like churchyard.
Okay.
How close to the flower are they?
The churches, the particular flowers are probably a bit closer to them than you, but it's a hair's gnats in it.
Okay. I'll wave as I walk towards the flower.
You see one of the taller ones wave back. And they start making their way down towards you. Almost hurriedly, as if, what the hell?
I stop.
Yeah.
I look back at the group and wonder why they're not following.
Yeah.
I believe that Rethix and Thirsty had gone slightly towards the churchyard anyway.
Yes. So
I'm gonna-
basically, you've run off. You've run off after New Daddy. Old Daddy went, "Don't worry," and you're like, "I don't like you. I'm going to New Daddy." He lets me have a crossbow.
Okay, it's established canon. Your crossbow came from your new dad. Good job. To be fair, your new dad has like has a pistol and a shotgun, I believe so.
Cool.
Just picturing my character being that dad from Monkey Dust.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're definitely the dad from Monkey Dust. Okay, so we've got the three guys that are in the churchyard, and you are rapidly being approached by two members who came down the hill from the hospital, and everybody else is up on the hill still.
I'll come closer, but I'm going to stay outside the graveyard. But I'm going to have my hands resting near my pistols
Okay,
in case the groups aren't friendly.
and the rest of you.
I'll start inching my way towards the graveyard.
Yeah, screw it. I'll do that too.
I'm
Skag?
also going to say in a low tone to these guys, like, maybe you want to get out their graveyard.
Yeah, after a while, I guess that Skag will slowly go after the young boy and his fascination with his new daddy. So I guess I'll
Seeing that everyone else has gone off, Valonda will come with as well. So sort of chivvy everyone into the grave. Like, well, they know they might be friends. Maybe we should talk to them, get more information, and maybe they know where these flowers are. And what approaches you is a very tall man. He's very thin. He's got what you notice more than anything. He's got particularly long, thin fingers and very pale complexion. And he seems to be wearing some sort of old style suit, which is not practical for the apocalypse in any way, shape, or form. And what is walking next to him is a ghoul, a person who's been severely affected by the radiation, and she's female. She's quite a bit smaller, but she's lost quite a lot of skin on one side of her face. And she's wearing basically dungarees, because her skin's already affected by the sun. She doesn't really care anymore, and the pair of them are walking up towards the lot of you in a bit of haste, and you see that they come to a halt at the gates, the kind of archway that leads into this particular graveyard. And the woman says, no, you should come away. It's getting dark.
Why?
There it is.
It's dangerous. Please, you have to come. We wouldn't be caught dead out here. Come, please.
You made it funny.
Dad, shut up.
Why do you think that's funny? She kind of gives you a very kind of like squinty look of, oi.
Well, you look kind of dead already.
I'm a ghoul. Have you got a problem with that?
No, some of my best friends are ghouls.
Bloody racist. Do you know what a lot of you can put? And the older man, the taller man, puts a hand on her shoulder and is like, "It's okay, Gwen. It's fine. Please, it would be advisable if you were to come up to the hospital. It's getting dark. We wouldn't normally offer sanctuary at this time, but we don't wish for there to be 8 corpses on our minds. Please, come." And he steps back and sort of like gestures up towards the hospital.
Sounds friendly enough.
Yes.
Sounds like a trap, personally, but okay.
Yeah, I'm going to follow along at a safe distance with my hands still fairly near my pistols in case this turns into an ambush.
Yeah.
Is that group consensus? Is everyone going?
Yeah.
Would we rather be outside in the terribly scary place that people are telling us is dangerous?
Everywhere is dangerous.
Yeah. Or would you rather be
What are you worried
inside a building or at least see what's happening? You know,
Okay.
they're probably going to have light.
All right.
Graveyard be dark.
If the group consensus is that everyone goes up to the hospital, you get taken up to the hospital. It's a fairly small place. There are 6 people currently crushed in here. They lead you to one of the kind of like operating type rooms where it clearly is a hack and slash operating type theatre. There's the kind of like blood strewn up on the wall that's beginning to dry. You can see some mould and black mould growing across the ceiling sort of thing. And the instruments, the less said about them, the better. And the taller gentleman leads you in there, and he gestures around the rooms like, "I apologise, it's not much, but I'm sure you'll find this more pleasant than the graveyard."
It's better than my house.
As a medical professional, I find your surgery very clean and sterilised. I like it.
I thank you, but I am not the doctor here. So, can I ask what it is that you're all doing here? It is not often we get visitors to the Boneyard.
I look at Volley.
She looks at Rethix. I'm not conversating with myself, that's too stupid.
I'll nudge you again back.
I hate you,
We're
dude.
looking for salvage. We're in the salvage business, you see. We're looking for items of value.
You're salvaging in a graveyard.
We're not
Well, no,
graveyard.
we were walking through a graveyard.
Where are you headed to? Perhaps we can give you clearer directions. You may not need to stay here at all.
The other side of the graveyard.
Well, in that case, you are more than free to leave. We just wondered your business particularly here. It's not often we get visitors at all, actually.
Well, seeing as how you rarely get visitors, well, maybe we should stay. You know, bit of company and all that.
If
You know, it could
you
be quite pleasant.
wish to partake, we could perhaps share an evening meal. We can
That
offer
sounds good.
you some sort of wine, some sort of food.
Mmm.
It has been a tiring walk.
Yes, it all sounds better than hardtack biscuits. So yes,
That is definitely agreed. Of course, I shall see if Gwen will have things made up for you. And he departs backwards and closes the door. You become aware that there are basically no windows in here. The floor is tiled, and you hear a nice resounding clunk when he closes the door behind you.
Are we alone in this room?
Yeah, it's just the 8 of you.
And he's just closed the door behind
Yep.
him.
yes.
If I walk up and gently press the door, does it open? If I
There a handle?
firmly press against the door, does it open?
Sorry, what's that? You guys need to be better at not talking over each other, I can't hear you.
He asked if there was a handle.
Yes, there's a handle.
Okay. If I twist the handle and assume I know how to operate a door, does it open?
I don't know, maybe you need to make an intellect check. No, you can open a door. But it appears to be locked.
Are there any other ways out of this room?
Not that you can see. There doesn't appear to be any windows. There's no other doors. The only things you really have in here are the operating table and a bunch of, like, particularly blunt, one might say, shoddy and perhaps useless knives.
Okay. The door seems to be locked. Is there like any
Security
obvious way of
punches.
unlocking it from this side?
Other than
Doesn't
pushing
probably
down the
have a
handle, no, there is a key lock.
Yeah, it's not one of those ones where you just like twist the handle or something. Okay. anyone.
What's the door made out of?
Let's say wood. Make it easy. Say wood.
Doesn't. Who is it who has the shotgun?
I have a chainsaw.
We also have a chainsaw.
Never mind. Go ahead.
First off, but before we go this far, I'm going to knock on the door just to see before we bust out with a chainsaw.
Yeah, maybe that'd be a better idea.
I'm not
The,
gonna-
Saying that's an option.
and you kind of hear a little bit of rustling on the other side. Take a perception check for me.
Who?
The dude who's knocking on the door.
Hang on. 6.
You don't really hear anything.
Okay. I'll just shout through, like, please open the door. It would be a shame we had to break it down.
You hear a slight rattling of keys on the other side, and you see it's probably a good minute or two. Can you wait, guys? Wait, are you guys going to wait a minute or two before anything happens? Because it is a minute or two before anything will happen.
Yeah,
Can I still hear
wait.
noises?
We were
You couldn't
literally
hear
just
anything,
told to
dude.
wait. So
Okay.
You couldn't really hear anything coming through this door because your perception was kind of low.
You're right, okay.
you know, this dude didn't go like, "I'm going to leave you to your doom." Whoa! He was like, "Can you wait a minute? I'm going to go and get a meal." So if we just like wait a little while before like smashing the door in or picking the lock or anything.
Okay.
Probably polite.
I would
Yeah.
recommend not all of us eat, though. We haven't seen them preparing this food.
We haven't even seen any food.
No, but
I wouldn't really want to
we
eat
don't even know
whatever
that's
they
going to
get.
happen yet. You know, just for the sake of bursting out, we just find them like busily preparing a meal. It's like, what? We locked you in for your own safety.
What's that,
I
Skag?
don't really.
No, I said I don't really see the point of eating whatever they are preparing.
A vote for non-trust, eh?
I don't like people that lock me in sealed rooms. It makes me uneasy.
I will second that.
Well, if that's what you guys think best, maybe we shouldn't eat the food, and maybe we can just try and sneak into the graveyard when they think we've gone on.
Or we could ask them about this flower. I mean, if that's what you want to know about.
Well, it is the most valuable thing. I mean, it's potentially it could bring some sort of cure for a variety of different things. I mean, whew, we could retire, have a little place of our own without children around. She kind
Does
of
it have a
nudges
name?
Rethix.
Does this flower have a name?
Yes. It's don't be alarmed, but it's called Death Thistle.
Death thistle. I'm
That's
not going to be the
comforting.
first one to test that.
Well, no. See, I won't be testing it on you because you're, mostly. It's going to be fine. None of us will get tested on, but maybe it'll help people in the future, and money. So some idiot will pay for it.
Okay, so yeah, when they come back, let's ask them about this thistle.
Okay, so since you guys are waiting a little bit, it probably takes about 5, 10, 15 minutes, say 15 minutes, quarter of an hour, before you hear a slight jangling of keys and you hear a clunk as the lock disengages. And you can see that Gwen and another younger lass and the taller gentleman have come in, and their arms are like ladened up with some food. It's kind of like basically it's a lumpy stew. There's things in it, probably best not to ask what's in it, and it possibly may be meat in there, but again, you might want to take your chances of whether you're actually going to eat this or not. It smells great, don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful stew, but you might, if you think about it, you might not want it, so don't think about it. And the gentleman comes in carrying a large bottle of wine. Hang on, there's 8 of you. Carrying 2 bottles of wine, and he sets them down and he brings glasses in, and they set up this food on the somewhat blood-covered kind of operating chair that is there. And he says, well, here you are. Please feel free to eat and drink, and we'll check in on when you're ready to have visitors. Understand you might want some time to gather yourselves together. Sort of bows and chivies the women out of the room.
Actually, before you go,
Yeah, he spins around like flexing his fingers. Like, yes.
I'll take a step back. Do you know of something called the death thistle?
The death thistle. Yes, we're aware of it.
Do you know where we can find it?
Yes, we have an ample stock when we need it.
We'd be interested in acquiring some.
Some of the flowers.
Yes.
He sort of like gives each of you a stern look of, are you insane? If you wish to purchase the flowers, of course that can be done. We will cut some flowers for you and give them to you fairly shortly, but you understand it will come with a cost, of course.
What would you like for them?
What do you have to trade? And he stands up a little bit straighter and like produces a pencil from his wrist and pulls out a notepad from the inside of his jacket. And what do you have to trade?
Well, you mentioned that you're not a doctor. Do you have a doctor here?
We do not, no. Well, no, that's not true. We sometimes have one travelling through from Unity, but few and far visits these days.
Well, I just happen to be the best doctor this side of, the Great Sea. So, I'd be willing to make my services available for you while we're here in exchange.
How long are you expecting to stay?
How long will it take you to get these flowers together?
We can get a couple cut for you within the next hour or so. It's not difficult to cut a flower.
Does anyone else have anything to offer?
I have a roll of duct tape.
Yeah, but if you could maybe stay a little bit and teach the doctor some good manners, maybe like sterilizing stuff instead of shoppy, that could maybe be good.
I could, of course, add this as an additional service. That won't be difficult. And he turns to your dentist, turns to Andy and says, first you start off with a nice, clear pronunciation of what you wish, and you are just polite pleases and thank yous and questions after somebody's own manner is a particularly good way. Now, I'm willing to offer that service to you, young sir, for free.
Well, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Does anyone else have anything to offer?
Say, I have a roll of duct tape, the most valuable substance in all of existence.
Rope, but yeah.
I could push my ex-wife forward, but I probably wouldn't want to.
You have women to trade. Looks across the group, sees the two women.
Possibly short-term loan?
Hey.
Okay, your next roll is a botch, my love.
Oh.
A resounding "Hey" comes from Valonder also.
Well, I mean, we have.
They're not having my mum.
Yeah.
He never said what they wanted to use them for.
Either way, no.
We have
You
a
said
boy
you
as well.
have rope and you have duct tape. Are there any other
boy.
items or pieces of information you might wish to share? We will
Is he
take.
blocking the door?
You what, sorry?
Is he blocking the door?
He is, yes.
Cool.
Why?
But he's only a slender sort of fella. He'd probably push past.
Probably could, yeah.
Yeah. I'll still on his side. I'm gonna bite my tongue.
Okay.
But I'll look over to Rethix and ask him kind of openly. So we could kind of F this place, cut some flowers, hay, or whatever it is, and just carry on, and that'll be it.
Yeah, I guess we could. I'm gonna shoot him.
Oh, he beat me to the punch.
Okay. The most Rethix move in existence. Can you please take a shot? Yeah, take a shot. What are you shooting with there? Shotgun?
Shotgun.
Are you using semi or odd mode?
Pump.
Nice. Damn, son. He's standing right by you, so what did you roll?
A 15.
Holy crap, yeah, that dude gets peppered. What's your damage?
That was damage, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, was it
18 and a 15.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 18 to hit and
hold
then
on.
15
Hold
damage.
on.
Oh.
There was an 11 there.
Oh no, you botch! You rolled an
yeah.
11 on the 12.
You.
Oh, shit.
Let me just not do that. That's a legendary point. I think I have 2. So let me just.
You do, yeah, you can reroll.
It's nope.
What? I
fine.
was
You
going to
have
have fun.
Do you have the
There
crit
we
notch
go.
tables handy?
I don't need them. I'll make them up.
But they're so much fun.
No. That's better. From a botch to a crit.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, you, tell me how you waste this guy.
I mean, I'm standing in his side, so I'm gonna shoot him like through his abdomen, like straight through the side, like. Forward.
Excellent. Right, you basically like pump it and you basically take a shot at the side of his abdomen and you guys just see this fine red paste just like appear on the doorway and he just basically crumples in half sideways and just hits the deck and yeah, you well done guys. You shot one person who may know something. Good job.
We solved your slender puzzle.
So we should probably go now, right?
Yeah.
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 Where's
I'm
your
back like, whoa, this win.
Flowers. Where's the flowers?
Escalated
Get
really
it,
quickly.
get the flowers.
Flowers. Yes. Does anyone know where they are?
He was with another female, wasn't he?
There was
Yeah,
2 of them with them.
there was that little the little kind of like broken working woman, Gwen. Maybe we could ask her. Maybe we could ask her and not shoot her, at least not straight away.
You think
He
they
was
might have
wearing
had-
wearing fancy clothes. Maybe we should take his shoes.
Yeah. They are dripping though.
Sure, they are covered in blood. I will throw that out there. They
Ah,
are good-looking shoes. They
Yeah.
are dress shoes. They are not shoes for the apocalypse.
These boots are not made for walking.
Yes, exactly. These boots are not made for walking.
Yeah, they're for
Okay.
selling, not for wearing.
Okay, you can loot his shoes. That's not a problem. You guys come out into this, into the room you pass through, the reception room, and you can see there's a corridor that leads off to one side. And at the end of that, you can see 2 women, one Gwen, and you see the younger woman that brought your food into you, stick their heads out into the corridor and just look terrified as kind of the group step out, Rethix covered in head to toe in some other dude's blood. And they react accordingly. Ah! And dive back into the room.
Oh god. We're kind of a little bit screwed here. If
Nah.
they report what we've done, we could be in a lot of trouble.
Report to who?
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the best thing in this situation is basically take out the machete and just hunt them down.
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Jesus. Turn the house of the dead.
It's like you know me. Okay, alright, so Skaggeth is gonna go on a hunt for these women.
Yep.
Is
Every
anyone
Friday.
going with him, just so I can describe the scene properly?
I'm gonna get my cricket bat out and go with him.
Alright.
I'm gonna check the dude who we shot to see if he's got anything in his pockets or anything.
Okay, we'll deal with that in a minute.
I'm gonna
Check
follow
to see if it's ever
with my axe and hiss the axe tenderly before I move on.
That's grim and so beautiful. Alright, so the three of you guys wander forward, I assume at some sort of speed, and you break into what looks like a kitchen area. It's essentially just all of the appliances have been pushed to one corner, and there's a cheery kind of fire going in the middle with a spit over it, and you can see this hunk of meat being like spun around it, and you can see that there are herbs and stuff all over the wall and bits and pieces, and you can see the 2 women kind of scrambling to get out the back door. What do you want to do?
So shouting out, "Come back here, or you're losing a limb."
Take a strength check for me. This is going to be in the form of an intimidation, so I'm going to get you to roll strength. Yes, please.
It's not charisma, right? I'm not sure.
No, because you're using your strength to intimidate her. rather than your charisma, which is slightly different in this case.
You're not like
11.
Hey, come back here, I would hurt you.
11. The two women just stop. They put their hands up and they turn around. The girl like backs up into the corner with the Gwen sort of standing in front of her, just like the both of them are trembling, but you can't see the little girl behind. You can't see the younger girl behind the ghoul, and she's standing there trembling her hands. Like, what happened?
The only thing
there?
that we need is the death thistle flower, whatever it is. Then we'll be out of here.
You shot a man for a flower?
Nah. That's Rethix. That's what he's kind of known for. So, yeah, we're used to that.
Says
So.
hello.
Yeah.
You want the flowers? The flowers. They grow in the graveyard at night. You'll find them on the gravestone, or you'll find them on the graves. They're
But
within
you
the
didn't have
churchyard.
Didn't you have a stash somewhere here, or?
We have a few, but not many. In fact, I think we may have used most of them in the meal we prepared for you.
That doesn't seem sane.
We have our reasons. We have to protect our own.
So you wanted to poison us?
It seemed the most logical way. We were a dozen when we arrived.
So shooting one man to protect us feels a little bit better now. So yay, Rethix.
Yeah. Yeah. At the point where I realised they were going to poison us all the way to death for no goddamn reason, I think I'm going to take my bat to someone's knee.
Okay. Yep, you do that.
Possibly the one talking.
Gwen,
No, the
the
other
woman
one.
who's already screwed up.
The other one.
In that case, I need you to make an opposed strength with me because she will not allow that to happen willingly. I'm going to roll actual dice because I don't want you guys to see what I'm rolling. I can't remember how to do the GM roll.
Slash team roll.
Yeah, but, this is prettier.
Can the rest of
Plot
us hear this
twist.
through a wall or something?
You what, sorry?
10.
Can the rest of us hear this through a wall or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to meander around, then we'll say at this point you have, but I want to get to his loot in a minute. Okay, well, she botched.
I got a 10.
You got a 10. She botched. So, yeah, you managed to, like, bat-hand this kind of older ghoul-looking woman out of the way, and you apply your bat to the kneecap of the poor woman standing behind her. At this point, the rest of you, if you wish, have turned up. In your searching of the man, you find that there is, on the notepad that he had in particular, there is a list of names, and most of them have been struck out. They seem to be first and last names. He seems particularly good at that, or it's a case of, like, Steve, black hair, that kind of thing, if you can't get a proper surname out of them.
Okay, and can I see our descriptions on there?
Your names aren't on there, no. Volley is on there.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember if anyone else by name. I think Volley was the only one on there. So.
Hey, he seems like he knows you, Volley. You're in his notebook.
Okay, let's fuck these guys up. And she pulls out a pair of daggers out from her waistbands, and she lets you guys lead the charge. And yeah, you guys. What? Sorry.
If Mummy says so.
You're old enough to be your own man now. You don't have to do as I say. But in this situation, let's go fuck these guys up. So yeah, the lot of you managed to bundle back in as you see Thirsty applying a cricket bat to the kneecap of this poor younger girl as he's batted this ghoul out of the way.
Okay, I'm going to bring my axe down on Gwen's head.
Okay, make an attack roll with your axe then. Because she's not exactly on the ground.
Okay, it's an 8 for attack.
Yeah, to be fair, she's kind of startled. She's kind of been thrown against a wall. So yeah, you apply the axe to her. What's your damage?
4.
A 4. You managed to get her like squarely in the shoulder. You've not like embedded it all the way through. There's no way you're cutting through it, but you definitely hear like the crunch of the what's that bone there? Collarbone. You hear the crunch of the collarbone for sure, and you see this kind of like squirt of blood coming out because it's a horror movie. Why wouldn't it be? But she's not dead. For you guys who've just arrived in the room, what do you want to do?
I might shout, hang on, before you do anything too unreversible, do you want to ask why they tried to kill us?
They already explained for survival.
What, were they going to eat us, or what? I direct this at the girl.
Sorry.
With
The shoulder.
No, not her. The one with who had her knee busted.
Oh, the younger woman. She just begins to cry, like, uncontrollably, like, not really able to function, kind of uncontrollably crying. And she's looking up at this kind of, like, taller, baldish guy with like, kind of, like, you know, the moustache and the beard thing going on, just kind of, like, crying her little eyes out, like, looking up at, like, raising her arms, like, please stop hitting me. We didn't know. We didn't have a choice, please.
Why didn't you have a choice?
Because they come and they'll take us away.
Who's coming?
And Gwen at this point is also kind of like beginning to cry a bit. You kind of have just like nailed her shoulder. And the girl says, I don't know who they are or what they are. I just know they're coming for us.
I'm gonna poke my head in the room and just say, one finger for each lie, then I'll walk back out and I'll find something else to do. I'm gonna walk outside the main door. Why not?
Belinda's gonna go with. She'll have her daggers ready to chuck should it need be. You giving the instruction of a finger for a lie. She just looks up at you and then it's like, what do you want to know? I can only tell you what I know.
What are the raiders coming? Do you need a tribute or something?
No, but I think tribute might be the best term. They don't always come, they don't always need someone. The stronger the person we give them, the more time it takes for them to come for someone else.
Okay, well, probably best not kill these guys yet then.
Aww.
Please, no, you can't give me to them, please. And she backs up
need
into
to
the
be
corner.
alive?
You what? Sorry.
Does the tribute need to be alive?
Yeah.
Damn. So they like fresh meat.
Right, Rethix at the door. Can you make a perception check for me, please?
Sure. A 5.
A 5. You're clearly distracted by something else. I'll let you decide what.
It's a sparkly moonstone. Like this is a gravestone. There's like moonlight and it's sparkling. It's beautiful.
Okay, I'm glad you said moonlight because I was about to point out the thing you do notice it is actually quite dark now, rapidly dark. And yeah, you see the kind of reflection off of some of these gravestones that are, you know, reflecting the moonlight. Wow, like husband, like wife. Jesus, she did fuck all too. You guys noticed dick all. Okay. Back in the kitchen then, unless you want to do something specific, Rethix.
No, I'm just enjoying the view.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
I think that I'll join up with Rethix, trying to make up a new battle plan. We're going step by step here, and we have burned several of them.
Okay, all right. So yeah, you guys, even though you got a 5, you do hear like Skaggeth's familiar approach. What do you guys wanna? What's your plan? What's the plan for the plan?
Yeah. So Rethix, the best thing to do is to string them up and find the flowers and just get out.
Can I like roll again to see if there's a pole or something we can string up from?
I have rope, so that's okay. But
oh, if we like nick them in a certain way, then perhaps the blood will draw wherever it is close by. That would really work, and then they would be less powerful to get away and come after us.
just hang them upside down. That'll be dandy good.
I like this plan.
However,
telephone pole outside or something tall you can hoist up into.
Ooh, something you could tie them up. Are you looking to tie them to something in the graveyard or just somewhere in the village?
Anything outside, like a telephone pole or a tree or
Oh
something?
yeah, there would be like nearby. You can see that there would have been the remains of the power system going through the electric wires. So you've got a couple of those poles nearby, and 2 of them are standing upright. They look a little bit worn, and they may or may not take their weight.
There is a church tower, just saying.
Oh yes, there is of course the steeple of the church. You could do that too if you wish to as well. Obviously, you know, various things inside the church you could if you really want to.
The right side.
Delicious.
Yeah, have you seen anything?
It's all broken and busted. We won't carry the weights. Church, maybe? What do you think?
So I will make a perception check. It's kind of looking around to see a good place
Go for it.
without taking up too much of the time. 12?
A 12. Is that a nat 12 or just a 12?
12. 7 on fire.
Okay. On a 12, yes, you notice that in the churchyard, just sort of like if you move your head around so you can see behind the church a little bit from where you are, you can see that there are the remains of what looked like would have been some sort of awning out the back of the church. So there are a couple of the poles there, and they're metallic in nature. You'd expect that, you know, if you strap a couple of them together, you could probably use those to tie someone to if you want to.
Relaying that.
Oh, you got
Should
a 12.
we-
Hang on. What's your spell? Okay, also what you spot on a 12 is that there appears to be a low mist possibly coming up from the ground, but you can't really be sure, but it seems to be covering the entire village.
And we are on a high ground, or are we in the village?
You are slightly higher than the village. It's still kind of within it, but at the edge. So you can see the mist is kind of like coming up from the ground, even at this high level. There seems to be a low level mist. It seems as if someone had just literally put down a blanket across the ground, but it's still kind of pretty see-through at this point.
You know what, Rethix? That doesn't really seem normal. So
It was your idea.
Make a normal kind of string up thing here, and then F off from here. I don't really want to go around in the mist there. That seems so weird.
Sure, yeah. So string up inside then?
Yeah. Or just pin them down. Maybe we are in a little bit of a hurry now.
I mean, do we want to
people hurriedly?
stay here, or do we want to leave?
It depends if the mist is on the other side of the hill.
Very good point.
He says, standing next to the back door of the building.
All right, so let's switch back to the kitchen for a minute. What are you guys up to?
I'm going to go open a drawer.
Okay.
Are there any chairs?
I'm going to roll a legendary point.
Okay.
And in the drawer, I want to find one of those flowers.
You do. You open up this drawer and you find a single dried flower. It's kind of... The petals are dark purple, but they're all shriveled up around a centre, which is bright white, even after desiccation, other than being covered in a little bit of, you know, dust.
I'm going to show the others.
Are you sure you should be touching that with your bare hands?
I'm going to put it down and point at it.
Take a physical endurance for me, please.
Fuck yeah.
I crit.
You did?
It's
Oh,
unlikely.
man,
that-
son of a...
It's unlikely just touching it would be dangerous.
You're totally fine.
Yep.
You don't have any like allergic reactions or anything. You're totally fine.
This
Okay.
is the point we need to elucidate. Is he aware that he's resisted this?
No.
Was this like, oh, that didn't hurt too much?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Like, oh. I stand there for a few moments, like watching his hand, waiting for it to swell. Like, oh, must be fine then.
Fine. So,
Oh.
Boneyard will kind of like meander back over to the kitchen to basically bring the two groups back together to pass on the various plans and whatnot. So, with a plan of tying them up, well, stringing them up actually was the plan. So,
do we have a chair or like chairs in this kitchen?
You saw some chairs. Probably there are some chairs in that kind of reception room, which the other two are standing in.
Okay.
Have we been told of the mist?
Have you been told of the mist? Yep. Skag's nodding yes, so I'm going to go with yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I was just wondering.
So I'm going to look out the back door.
Have we actually checked that these are the only people here?
But there aren't that many
No.
rooms more.
We're at the other three went. They went to do other things.
At night.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't asking them. I was just saying, have we looked?
No, we haven't. It might be worth having a look. Should we get some chairs?
Yeah.
These guys up first.
Okay.
Someone give me a hand with these chairs.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll assume that the group of you managed to string together these two hapless women to the chairs and put them somewhere.
If you just sit them down the chairs, put them back to back, and like tie them to each other around the chairs,
Okay.
then that should stop them running off.
Okay. Seems good. Seems good.
Okay.
Alright, so who's getting involved in that?
I'll help tie them up.
Yeah,
That seems
I can-
nefarious enough for me to pitch in.
Alright, so what are the other four of you doing?
I'm guarding the flower.
You're guarding a flower, so I assume you're in the kitchen?
Mhm.
Excellent. Grover, Sammy, Rethix?
I was gonna scout
I was
the
going to
building.
I was going to have a look round as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch the front door still.
You're going to stay at the front door. Okay.
Actually, we shut the back door, by the way.
There's a what, sorry?
Didn't Rethix and Skaggeth go out the back door?
No, they're not out. They're
Okay.
like you, Rethix and Thirsty are currently tying the women. Rethix is currently guarding the front door. There is a person in the kitchen with a flower, and the other two are going to scout around the building. So those of you on scouting duty / standing at the front door, can you please roll perception checks for me?
I got an 11.
That's an 8.
And got a 12.
Okay, the 11s and 12s, searching through this building, you don't find anybody else, but you do see some tracks going from the back to from the back door-ish towards another building which is nearby, and from where you are you can spot that there are some lights on in there, and you can clearly see 3 people moving about, and then you see 3 of them settle down and turn the light off. Rethix standing at the front door. You and your lady notice that there is movement within the graveyard. You also notice that the fog itself has become pretty thick. You can just about see the outline of the church, but you can also see that there is very faint lights moving within it.
Yeah, this was a bad plan. I'm gonna just close the door.
You let Volley in first.
Sure.
I just confirm the back door is shut, isn't it?
I don't know, I'm going to say the scouting party are there because that's the only thing of real interest that they find while
If
scouting.
it's not, then I will close it if it's very misty.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. Fair enough. What do you guys want to do? The mist doesn't appear to be rolling into the house, but whenever you look out any of the windows, you can notice that the mist has basically rolled up and you can barely see anything outside at all.
I assume we've regrouped and shared this information, yeah?
Go with yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is really freaking weird. We're in this little kitchen area, aren't we?
Be wherever you
It's
want. Okay. Go
Well,
wherever you
I
want.
assume we're there keeping an eye on these hostages to make sure they don't escape. Are there internal doors, or is the back?
Yeah, there's internal doors, yeah. You could effectively seal off any of the rooms if you want.
So we shut the door and bed down here until the morning, because sounds like some weird shit going on out there.
Yeah, we've got the appliances to barricade the doors with.
Yeah. I don't really fancy going and wandering around in the mist when there's weird lights. And...
If these things just take one offering, maybe we should, tie these
Leave the
guys up.
hostages outside.
Yeah. Yeah, let's
Well-
not give them a reason to want to come in.
Do you really want to do that? That sounds a little bit weird.
Yeah, I
Well,
would
isn't
like
that in
to-
line with the plan that we were talking about earlier? Of just
Yeah, better
stringing them
than-
outside?
Yeah, better them than us.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, nothing's actually come yet. We could just wait and see. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
If nothing comes, they survive the night. If something
Exactly.
does, we survive the night. I'm all up for me surviving.
Me too. Not you. I don't care about you surviving, but the rest of us for sure.
Yeah. Rare enough that we agree. God damn.
Scum.
Yeah.
Okay,
don't know
well,
what- I don't know
let's
what
take them
Rabbit's doing.
outside.
Well, why don't we just put them near the back door, and then we can stay in the kitchen, and if something breaks in, we just shut the kitchen door and. Yeah.
Or we just leave them outside and lock the door. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Then there's no breaking in of the house at all.
Yeah.
So under the
We have a nice
bombs,
safe house.
yeah, we stand them up and then we tie them up and we just throw them out like body bags.
Or we just pick
I
them
love
up.
it. We have
pick them
rope.
up from. Yeah, we have secured them on the chair, so we just
We could
take
just
the
pick up
chair
the-
and body and just leave them out.
But the chairs could be useful. I think so we keep the chairs.
I expect there are more chairs.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
these
more
are
chairs
really
now.
good quality chairs. We could sell them for a fortune.
During my scouting, did I find any more good quality chairs? There are plenty of good quality chairs.
Okay,
in.
I'll rephrase. This is good quality for the apocalypse. So there are a couple of springs poking through, and the sponge is definitely has seen better days. But they're chairs. They function.
Still better than
Nothing.
us.
Yeah. All right. So you guys untie them, kind of. You retie them back up using rope or duct tape.
rope.
Using the rope. So you're going to tie them together, or you're going to cut the rope.
Cutting the rope so that they are separate,
Okay.
but each is on their own share.
Are you still throwing them out with the chairs?
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Okay.
No problem.
All right. It takes. Okay, Skag. I'm going to assume you're going to be in charge of chucking one of them out. So can you make a strength check for me, please?
How far do you throw them, Roll?
I don't really want to throw. That may be
If I
breaking.
if
More-
I assist
more-
him, can we carry it out? Like one
Yeah,
at a time?
lift and put down, but still.
Yep.
yeah.
If two of you want to go for it, fine. Rethix, I assume you're taking charge of the other one.
Sure. Let's see that.
Are you leaving her on the chair, or are you going to untie her and tie her up again?
I mean, there was more chairs, so
Yeah.
let's.
We'll
Just
say for the
carry
sake
on.
of brevity that Valonda helps you because teamwork.
Is there a window that we could put them outside so we could look out the window and see them?
You want to put them in
You
front
want
of a window?
spectacle?
Yeah.
We can wave at them.
Yes, there is. So the four of you walking out into the mist. As the door opens, you guys see this mist kind of literally roll into the building, and it's only a couple of steps before the four of them disappear from the rest of yours views. The four
So
of you
push.
You can push them out, yeah. If you want to see them from the window, there is one, but it's around the side of the building. You could see it not from the kitchen. No, you could see it from one of the adjoining rooms to the welcome room that you're in. It's again a fairly secure room, but the windows are kind of close and fairly low-ish to the ground there. So yeah, you could drag them round and stand them in front of that if you like.
I think if we take them around here, then at least we can keep an eye on it and see what's actually out there.
Okay.
Because we're going to have to be travelling through the area tomorrow. I'd rather know what's out there.
Can we open the windows?
Absolutely, you can.
Open the window, throw them out.
Okay, they're not big enough to chuck out the window.
Aw.
Can we
The
just
windows
discard-
aren't big enough to chuck a person out.
Not even lengthwise.
You could post them out,
Not
I
even the
guess.
small one.
But then they could hop away.
Yeah. We just drag them around, that's fine.
But you absolutely can't. You can't throw them out on the chair. There's no way that's happening.
What we could do is we could post them out head first and then tie off their legs inside so they're hanging out the window by their legs.
Okay, that's a doable option.
Mhm.
Or we could just play duct tape mummies and post them out like
Might
parcels.
waste some valuable duct tape though.
Yeah, that's not a lot of duct tape to waste.
Kill people.
That duct tape is really valuable. We can find rope anywhere, but duct tape, whew.
True.
Quack, quack.
All right, so pick a plan, and that's what we're going with.
I reckon take them outside through the door, bring them around the side of the house.
Okay, we'll do like this.
would do,
Rethix, Volley will do what you're doing. Skaggeth and Grim, what are you doing with your one?
As the time is of the hour and the mist is rolling in, and it's fairly close to the door, right?
You definitely have to take it more than a few steps to get to this window, but it's doable. It's not far.
So just round the side of the house, it would be like,
Yeah.
you know, 20
Yeah,
seconds
okay.
thereabout.
Then we will just make a little bit of a hustle.
Okay. All right, you two on with the woman strapped to this. Do you take Gwen or do you take the younger girl?
I'll take the
The
younger
younger
girl.
girl.
You horrible people. You take her around the side. Can you both take physical endurance checks for me, please?
We could.
I would muchly appreciate it.
7.
How about 14?
Oh,
We got a botch.
watch.
Is that a botch? You
Yes.
botched.
Yeah.
11
Can
dice.
I
Yeah.
do something?
You can use a legendary point to reroll.
You don't have to, though. You could
Yeah,
say
you
it
don't
later.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, you can just suck up the botch.
I mean,
No,
this
I want to succeed. goddammit.
Please burn your legendary points now.
Yeah, that's what they're for.
No, don't burn them now.
for carrying
13 with
tied
the
up
10.
hostages checks. That's
13. Oh, damn, son. Okay. Right. So before I describe what happens, because I don't want it to affect what Rethix is doing. Rethix, what are you and Valanda doing with the other body?
Gonna break her arms and legs and throw her at the door.
All right. I need
What do you
you
do with the
to
fog?
make you what? Sorry.
I'm not dealing with the fog. It's not happening.
Okay. All right. So, all right. You're not dealing with the mist. So that's perfect. The two of you that went outside into the mist. As soon as you step into the mist, it's like you've walked into a sauna. It belies its, mist should be cold and creepy. This thing is really hot. It's like you've walked into some sort of humid jungle, and it seems to be clinging to every aspect of you. You're breathing it in, and as you breathe it in, you feel kind of like pins and needles begin to affect down your throat and down into your lungs. But you both kind of just shake it off as like, that's kind of weird, but we can tough it out. You in fact do tough it out. You move this girl on her chair around to the side of the building, and you walk back in again. Don't get me wrong, you don't feel good.
okay. When we shut the door, does the mist that's already
Before
in the
you
house?
shut the door.
Okay.
Rethix, I need you to roll a strength check for me, please.
Cool.
I'm going to give you a +2 because Valandra is grabbing her by the feet.
Well, that's a crit. We're good.
Damn, son. You basically take... I need to see if she botches, because this would be funny if she does.
I think I realised why I'm Volley's nemesis. Apparently, I love her husband.
Okay, well, she got a reasonable, respectable score. It's definitely not a 12. You take most of the load on this. And the pair of you just hoist this woman, broken legs, broken arms, couple of battered, rib cages, that kind of thing. And she sails out into the book. And a bit later you hear thump, 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 thump. And you hear like a nice, That's about all you hear, really. And yeah, you guys shut the door. There is a fair amount of fog in this room. Sorry, mist.
I'm gonna listen by the door. I'm just gonna listen.
I'm gonna.
You're going to
rush
listen
through-
by the door. Can you take a perception check for me then?
Come on, let's see what we find. No, that's not good. Oh, 6.
Oh. Take a
That's a
mental
big-
endurance for me.
Wonderful. There it is. 9.
A 9. You feel something tugging at the back of your head, as if you've got an itch, but it's not on your head. But you kind of just shake it away. All right, what do you guys want to do now?
I'm gonna run through to the window and look out the back and see if we can see this girl just outside.
You see this girl outside. She's tied up. She's clearly weeping. She's struggling against her binds, and she's looking about very scared and very terrified. Like, what the hell is going on?
You said this window can be opened as well. Does it swing in or out?
Out.
Okay, so if I swung the window out, would I be able to take a shot with a pistol outside? No, I'm not doing it. I'm just asking. Like, theoretically, could I?
It'll be very difficult.
Okay. So the angle's off. Is it to be able to shoot out the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
The angle will be a bit iffy, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, what do you guys want to do for the night?
Yeah, we're gonna watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to pile into this room?
Yeah, I'm.
Okay.
Is
I'm going to split it up by the fire. Screw that crap. There's a fire. I'm going to stay warm.
Wait, people are splitting the party at night. I love it.
Does anyone want this flower?
Oh, I'll take it.
Good. That solves that.
And she very carefully puts it in a little box. She very gingerly takes it, puts it in a little box. She seems very disappointed. I was like, oh, well, it's kind of useless to me now. I mean, it is a desiccated flower, but I'm sure that people will, I don't know, pay something for it. I mean, it's not really what we came for, but shit.
Did anyone see any tubs of flowers while exploring the house earlier?
Nope.
Well, it did say that they grow at night, so I'm assuming they're growing now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Things, yeah.
they grow at night. She turns and looks at like Rethix and her son, like, we have to go get them.
Well,
if they're growing now.
Yeah, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, you go. Nice knowing you. Really good childhood and everything, but yeah.
I entirely endorse you going and finding those.
That's just...
Fully. Shall we just wait till
Okay.
morning?
Thirsty, I want you to roll a charisma check for me, please.
Fuck! No! Botch. Big old botch. Big fat botch.
Do you know what? I think I'm gonna pick up on the anvil-sized hint in my friends' voices and not go. She sits down a little dejected.
But think of the riches.
No, I mean, we'll just go tomorrow. I mean, they only grow at night, but you know, who's us for having an easy life where we don't have to live out tin cans anymore and, you know, real beds and privacy, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, they grow at night. They'll still be there in the morning.
But they
Growing
weren't there
isn't because
today.
of dying. They've been picked. We saw some that had been picked.
Maybe they'd grown at night.
Yeah, which means they'll be there in the
Which
morning.
means they'll be picked at night.
To be picked.
And if they're not there? What if they're
Doesn't
not
mean
there?
they'll be picked at night.
Well, how about we just go have a look? How about you come and have a look with me if you're so convinced? Come on.
I'll come have a look as well if you're going out.
I'll go.
Let's wait till morning.
No, I'm gone. I've walked out the door already.
Oh, God! Wow, you're the ex-husband, right?
Yep.
I don't think she's too worried about that.
No.
But if Grover is worried about his father,
You just bring me to be mine.
Yeah, my dad's just rushed into the mist. I'm going to rush out after and try and get him back.
Oh,
That was old daddy.
Oh, okay.
Still bad.
Right. In that case, I need you both to make both make physical endurance checks for me.
Oh, thank God. I get to roll twice.
One big old botch.
Oh.
What the hell?
I crit.
Why did you roll 4 times?
Yeah.
I rolled twice.
Oh no, I've made it so it automatically rolls
you've
twice
done
for you.
that. Oh, okay. Damn it. No,
You're
don't
welcome.
crit.
So a 15 is still pretty bloody respectable.
Right.
You feel that same humid, hot feeling from this, and it feels like someone's attacking you with pins and needles. But the concern for your father is far more pressing, and for a good reason, because your father is laying on the ground. It feels very much like your entire body is on fire, and as soon as you walk out, you feel that oppressive heat, and it's basically forcing you to your knees as you feel these razor-sharp knives being cut down the inside of your throat and tearing apart your guts. I need you... I'm gonna roll you damage, screw you. And you take 3 points of damage as you begin to slowly cough up blood.
Hang on, where's my hit points?
Watching her son disappear into the mist, Valonda is going to take your shotgun and go out after them.
How far out has...
Hang on, I'll deal with Rethix first because that's what we've done to him.
I mean, if you take it and run away, you're gone. So, I'm assuming.
No, you can stop her. That's an option. That's why I stopped people so you could decide if you want to stop her.
I will
Or join
stop
her.
the weapon from leaving the room. I will
Okay.
stop you.
All
We
right.
have to shoot her. I
No,
mean,
we
have to
can't.
shoot
That's
her
my
legs
son
off.
out there. You can't just leave him.
I'm pretty sure I can.
No,
Yeah.
no, we can't.
Yes.
Give me the
yes.
shotgun.
No.
Give me the shotgun.
No.
Right, I need you. You and I are gonna have an opposed strength test.
Oh god.
Okay.
Oh
okay.
god.
I'm gonna hit the deck if you guys are resting over a live shotgun in here.
Oh god. Make a
Eight.
troubled marriage check.
You get.
We need to roll again because we both got the same.
Serious? Come on.
Yeah.
That's why
Here we
you
go.
are married.
better.
Fuck yeah!
Oh, fuck mine. Alright, well, she does not get a crit. Well played, sir. Well played. You refuse to let the shotgun go, so she basically takes up and she runs out the door after her son. Right, so what are you up to, Grim? You said you were doing something.
Well, as the shotgun was being wrestled around, I was hitting the dirt, so it didn't go off and shoot me.
That's a fair comment point,
Now
yeah.
that you guys have rushed off, I'm going to go towards the door, and
Closed it.
can I see anyone from the door? Is there any like body laying on the floor that we can see, or is he further out?
They're too far out for you to see. So Grover, you have managed to find your father.
Can I start trying to drag him back?
You absolutely can. Take a strength check for me.
Does this count as me helping?
No.
Damn.
You're not assisting in a roll, you are doing the roll.
Botch.
Oh.
Oh, do I bother re-rolling that? Or do I just let my father die and run back?
Jay, you take 3 damage.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue trying, I guess. I won't re-roll.
Okay,
Try again if I can.
yeah, give I'll let you roll once more. Otherwise you have to leave him for dead.
Crit!
Oh!
You basically like realise that dragging him is a non-entity for you as he's beginning to cough up blood, and that kind of panic, like holy shit, he's you basically scoop him up and chuck him over your
Lift
shoulder.
up with my head.
You chuck him up, yeah, you pick him up, you lift him because you're crazy. You lift him above the air and you basically run back towards the building.
Bump into my mum on the way through.
And you manage to step into the building.
Do I get there before Valonda goes out?
You haven't seen her go out,
Okay.
but you step into the building.
I assume she's inside and run indoors. Try and get my father to the doctor.
You see Rethix with a rather kind of like happy look on his face that he's holding onto his shotgun in a very possessive manner.
As his wife has just ran to her doom.
You are a shit husband.
He grabbed the shotgun and his wife ran out the door. So I guess seeing my friend be dragged in unconscious.
He's not unconscious, no. He's
Oh,
just coughing up blood. Yeah.
Oh,
Can I
okay.
look around and
Look it
see
up.
if I can see my mum?
She's not in the room.
No. Rethix, where's mum?
I don't know, but I didn't see her.
Oh, okay.
You didn't see her.
Just go to the toilet or something.
You
She'll know.
ass.
I'm gonna say that Sammy said that in canon because she did see the entire thing go down.
You gonna tell me where she is?
She ran out after you.
Oh crap! And I heard some like drop my dad next to the doctor and run back outside.
Oh,
Take a
God.
physical endurance check for me.
A 15.
15.
God damn.
You basically feel exactly as you did before.
Yep.
No real difference.
I'm tough than I look.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see my mum anywhere? Can I find her?
Take a perception check for me.
5.
You don't hear anything. You don't see
That's
anything
screaming
in this
mum.
fog.
I call out for her.
Mummy! Mummy!
You don't hear anything. It's eerily quiet in this ridiculous heat.
Considering the dude's kind of coughing up blood in front of me, can I attempt to lay my hands upon him,
You may attempt to lay your hands upon him.
like with my touch of an angel,
You may touch him as an
and
angel.
perform 60 points
Jesus
of-
Christ! You lay your hands upon him,
Hold on.
and you basically... Sorry, what's that?
You botched.
Botch.
Who botched?
Only
Oh, you botched
Oh,
healing
yeah.
him. No, you basically don't do anything. You see him he's coughing up blood, but there seems to be nothing that you can do. He kind of seems to have been slowing down with the coughing up of the blood, but you don't seem to see what's wrong. You don't seem to know what you need to fix.
Do I have a strepsil in my pocket?
No. Because that's just too ridiculous.
I'm so tempted to spend an initiative point to open a drawer and find us.
You can't. You don't have that ability.
Okay, fine. In that case, no. It's like, well, you look alright. Just walk it off. Come on, get up and walk around in circles. And I'll pick him up and start walking around in circles so we can walk it off.
Among my day-to-day essentials for travelling in this world, do I have like some licorice cough sweets? Aw, damn it!
You do not.
Never travel anywhere without licorice.
Grover, what are you doing?
If you could carry anything, why would you carry that?
I mean, I'll call out again and have another look, but if I don't find anything, I need to get back inside before I collapse. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I nodded.
Right.
That's a yes.
I didn't see you nod because you're not always on my screen.
I'm not the centre of your attention.
Somebody else spoke, so they took over the screen.
Oh, okay. Oh, you've got it set up like that. I just have mine set up to see everyone.
Melons.
Let's see. Okay, so what do I do? Another perception or?
Perception, yeah.
13.
Off in the distance, you hear an echoing scream.
I run towards it with crossbow in hand.
I need you to, with your 13, you can barely make out where you're running to. You can feel the pathway beneath you. You can definitely tell it's the road. But you can't really see much beyond that. And as you keep pounding down to where you think you heard the scream coming from, you hear it again. And you run your way towards there and you turn right and you see the archway that you saw the man and you saw Gwen standing under. And you rush your way into it and you hear from the right hand side, you hear another scream and a whimper.
I turn right.
Turn right. Roll another perception check for me.
12.
12. You hear scuffling, you hear movement, and you manage to use that to hone your way towards it, almost like vaulting over some of these gravestones that are here. And you become aware that as you're looking around, there are these very small flowers, purple leaves, and they're white pollen centres, which seem to be glowing faintly, seem to be moving in the kind of heated haze that seems to be going on. And as you round a corner and you run towards the back, you find yourself to where these awning tent poles were, the ones that Skaggeth noticed previously. And there between them, you see a woman sitting on the ground, back against one of the tombstones.
A woman? Mum? I run to the woman if she doesn't respond.
As you run towards her, you realise that she's sitting there, but her head isn't right. There's too much hair over the front of her face. And as you take a step forward and put your hand down and she becomes more clear into view, you see her sitting there. Your mum is sitting there, but her head is twisted 180, looking at the gravestone.
Oh shit.
Take another perception check.
8.
With an 8, as you realise that head is twisted around and you hear the kind of like of a last breath, you see her chest depress, and you see above her head on the tombstone, you see a word written. It says Valonda. What do you want to do?
I want to grab my mum and take her back inside.
Take a strength check for me.
A crit.
I'm going to say for the sake of brevity, you pick her up and take one physical endurance check. Take a physical endurance check for me.
16.
16. Is that not 11, is it?
No.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
You pick her up. How'd you pick her up?
A cradle.
Cradle.
Yeah. Trying to
Okay.
support her broken neck a bit.
You cradle her and you move with speed back towards where you know the veterinary college is. You can feel it under your feet. You don't need anything else. You're just stuck in this haze of what the hell. And a haze, sorry, bad pun. And you make your way back up towards the veterinary college and you arrive What have you guys done in the meantime?
I've been walking Jay around in circles until he stops coughing blood.
He has definitely stopped coughing blood. What are the rest of you up to?
Well, I know that I'm actually watching the window by the kitchen. So that is my TV.
Okay. You become aware that there are a few lights moving around, but you only see it very briefly, and you see like a slight flash. But that's all that you really see. It's often in the distance. The girl just seems terrified, and she sees the flash, and then she almost seems to calm down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm expecting that if anything, they won't go through the window. If so, there wouldn't be any windows.
That's a good assumption.
Logic. Yeah.
That's
so
a good assumption.
I feel pretty safe at this point.
Tack another point onto your intellect. That's well thought out. Sammy and Rethix, what are you guys up to?
I'm staying by the fire.
You're in the kitchen. Excellent.
Kitchen by
Rethix?
the fire.
I'm gonna have another peek out the back door.
At the back door. Okay, roll a perception for me.
Okay. 13.
13. You see the flash that I described earlier, and you also hear a faint scream. But this was some distance off some while ago. And then, Grover, you arrive, and the door is closed, I assume.
Yeah. Kick it, but it's closed behind me.
You open and kick the door closed behind you.
Mm-hmm.
In the room, you see that your father and the dentist are walking around in circles. I think that's all you see, because I don't think anyone else is in this room. But you two now see that lying, presumably dead in his arms, is the body of Valonda, her green hair flopping over her head, but her head is spun the wrong way.
Can I examine her to see if there's any way she's still alive, or is it like, totally dead?
Take an intellect check.
Her head was on the... Okay. Yeah. You can roll
10.
if you want.
She's deader than a can of Spam, dude.
Okay.
So far as you know, there's no cure for broken neck.
No, I kind of see this girl. I'm afraid she's beyond my ability to help.
Yeah, no shit. Thanks, Doctor. Thanks.
You're welcome.
I get why... I get why you became the dentist and not a real doctor. So
I mean, I could give it a go, but I don't think I'd be much use.
What do you guys want to do now?
I'm gonna I've coughed up the blood. I'm just gonna put some on my finger, and then just push it down my face to make it look like a tear.
Okay. Interesting.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Dad? Fuck's sake.
What kind of
Your
deal?
mum just died.
It's life. People die.
Your wife just died.
I'm gonna
You really don't have
leave
very
the
good
room
role
because I
models.
sense this is like an emotional time, and I don't really want to be involved.
Yeah, you can leave.
I come out from the kitchen and see Valonda. I start crying.
I was going to say thanks for your kind words.
I start
Hey, she's
crying.
having a normal response like the rest of you dicks.
I'm crying. I'm clearly upset.
Yeah, that's fine. You're fine.
I finally come out of the kitchen having like ripped off all like the cabinet like doors to feed to the fire to keep it going, and I suddenly noticed this and just like turned to Rethix, just like, so you're single?
Seems that way, yeah.
Promising. So, what are you doing later?
Not much, honestly. Don't have any plans. Schedule's open.
Excellent. Good to know you're keeping your options open.
You guys hear a church bell chiming. It chimes 13 times.
Anyone have a watch?
Or basic arithmetic.
It's hour.
Well, I was saying, does anyone have a watch or any way of telling what the current time is?
It's in the middle of the night.
Yeah. It's dark time.
On the
Sleepy time.
13th chime, I want one of you to make a perception check. I don't care who.
I'll do it.
Go for it.
13! Fuck yes!
Nice.
On the 12th chime, you are in the same room as Valanda, I assume, and you see that in her pocket there is a slight glow, which gets brighter and brighter, until eventually it just whites out the room, and nobody in the room can see anything. And then it slowly fades down again, and you realise that the people who were in this room, there are more of you now. All of you are standing in this room. The body of Valanda has disappeared. You are standing in a fairly small room. The room is probably 15 by 15. There is a door ahead of you, and there is a long corridor behind you. The door ahead of you seems to be nailed shut, and it's pretty well fortified. And the corridor has strange illuminations, not quite right. The ground is grill and the walls are mortar, shall we say.
I'm gonna draw my pistols.
I'm going to run at the door shouting, "What the fuck?" and then smash it with my axe.
Take a strength check for me.
6.
Your axe bites into the wood, the wood nailing holding the door shut. And as you smash into it, and you think you've hit it really well, you put it back, and you see the wood reform the fibres back where you've left the hole.
What the fuck is going on?
You said there was a corridor down behind us as well. I'm looking down. I assume I've got my weapons or my equipment on me and stuff still.
You all still have your things, you just don't have the dead woman that was lying in your arms.
Okay, I'm looking down the corridor with both my pistols drawn in case something moves. Literally, if I see anything twitching in the darkness, I'm going to start shooting.
Okay. Take a perception check for me.
Scared by your own shadow.
I shoot at something.
I assume you botched.
I rolled a 4.
You don't see anything, you just see the strange illumination down this corridor, and you kind of looks like it's just a corridor that's been plastered, but metal grills on the floor. Don't really notice much about the ceiling.
Can we see through the metal grills on the floor?
Nope. Not on that for sure.
Can I try and make sure I'm standing between two of them?
Yeah?
I assume they like square grills that meet together. Yeah, I'm going to try and stand on the kind of joining plate of two, so if one of them collapses, I'm not kind of completely screwed.
Okay. What do you guys want to do now?
Is crying an option?
Yes.
I just gently cry and try not to let anyone notice that I'm doing it.
I think dexterity is technically a sneak check.
I can. Or would it be a mental endurance thing to try?
Yeah,
and
go for it. Go mental endurance.
I rolled a 10 on my perception. Do I notice?
15.
You managed to cry without anybody noticing. You rolled. Was it you rolling, Grover? Perception.
10 on perception.
You look down the corridor and you realise that this strange luminescence is actually very, very small death thistles that have been attached to the wall, but they aren't all glowing white. They're sometimes just glowing a faint yellowish colour, and you think perhaps they have some other thing placed over the top to dull down the whiteness. Also, looking down there, you can see that just at the edge of your vision, that the corridor itself seems to transition to that of a very plain, basic thing, to that of what you'd see in like a normal home, like carpeted hallway, wallpaper upon the walls. I'd like everyone to make a mental endurance save for me, please.
So I am in the room too?
All of you are there.
Oh, okay.
For those of you who were not in the room that went bright white, For you, it's as if someone had just pulled blinds over your eyes and gone black, and then you got pulled into wherever the hell you are now.
Okay. Well, I crit on that.
I also crit.
You guys don't hear a thing.
So what did we
13.
want to roll?
Mental, please. Mental endurance.
I got a 9.
9,
11.
11. 11, you're fine.
13 here.
13, you're fine.
8.
So I've got a 9 and an 8. What'd you get, Rethix?
8.
Got an 8. Okay. The three of you here... I need to find the right bit. The three of you hear
Pages.
a voice. You hear a man's deep rumbling voice. It says, I've got her. She's my plaything now. Do you want to hear her screams?
Sure.
I can't hear this.
Yeah.
I mean, I've already got tinnitus on one ear, so if you could keep it down, that'd be nice. Ow.
Ah, sucker. As that echoes through your head, over and over and over. Who got the lowest?
I think
There were 2 9s and an 8, or was it 2 8s and a 9?
I got 9.
I got an 8.
8s.
So,
Both Rethix and Skaggeth.
I think Rethix was lower with his 8.
Do you know what? Screw you, Rethix. On an 8, you see. On an 8, you see Volonda. You see her long green hair. You see that her arms are bound with barbed wire, and she seems to be standing. Both limbs, all of her limbs have been wrapped around with this barbed wire. And behind her, you can see pulling the strings like a marionette. You see this skeletal figure with a long black robe, and all you can really see are the fingers as they force your wife to puppet and dance, and you can hear this screaming over and over, and you can see the blood gushing. Every twitch of pain she has creates more, and you see a small fire burning in the eyes of the creature behind her. And you hear her voice. Release me.
Anyone else seeing this?
I heard the voice. Can I hear where the voice came from? Is it like from a
It's
direction?
in your
or
head.
Okay. I'm probably going to give Jay a hand trying to like get this door open now.
Okay.
There's a corridor that way.
Yeah, I kind of get the feeling that like going through a door might be better than going down a spooky corridor. Like, I feel like we're being herded down a corridor. I don't want to go that
You
way.
can try and open the door if you want. So if you guys want to start wailing your way through this door, you are more than welcome to.
I have a knife, so I'm going to try and like kind of hack it away with my boot knife.
Okay, I'm going to be blatantly honest. You're trying to hack through wood, which kind of seemed to heal itself just now from not enough damage, with a boot knife. But go for it.
Didn't you say it was? It's like a bar that's like over the door.
It's as if it's been nailed shut with a bunch of wood.
Okay, so I
it's
can use the
probably barred
knife to like,
across.
pry the wooden bars off.
You can try, yeah.
Yeah,
But you are using a boot knife to do it.
Does it? Yeah, is the boot knife fairly sturdy, or is it like a crappy little
Yeah,
pen
it's
knife?
fairly sturdy. You can give it a go, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll
Just
give it a
don't
go.
be surprised if it fails.
Yeah, that's fine. So would that be a strength or dexterity?
Strength, please.
Or crit.
Crit. Yeah, you managed to pry off a good portion of these wooden slats. Is anyone else helping and assisting? Is anyone else standing guard? What are the rest of you up to?
Yeah, I'll try to help out as I'm looking at this small boot knife. I'm picking up my machete and kind of looking down and saying, "That's not a knife. This is a knife."
I'm so happy. I'm going to say yes, you managed to, because that line's fucking amazing. Alright, yeah, so you managed to pry off some slats. What are the rest of you guys up to?
I still, with some of the blood that I got left, that I coughed up, I'm going to write the word hell on the wall.
Okay. As you write the word hell on the wall in your own blood, the blood kind of luminesces a little bit and then disappears into the wood. So it disappears into the wall. And you guys see on the back of the door, as just after that blood has disappeared in, you see a number 5 appear. And then it vanishes. And then Rethix, because screw you, you hear, "None of my friends will come out and play." And you feel a short tap in the bottom of your back.
Sure, yeah, I'll look around.
As you look around, is anyone else looking in that direction?
I'm prying open a door,
I'm trying to
goddammit.
pry open the door.
Yeah.
Someone else is
Yeah.
looking.
None of this.
None of the rest of us hear it. so-
I'm probably looking at Rethix.
If you're looking at Rethix, you all see this small woman. Sorry, this small girl. She probably looks no older than 5 or 6, but she has longish green hair, which seems to be quite curly. She is very slender, very tall for her age. And she seems to only have 1 or 2 teeth in. And she looks up at you. And those of you looking at the door see a number 4 flash. And she says, "Promise, I'll take your breath away." She looks up at you. And then the 3 flashes. "Daddy
Might want to hurry this up,
says
guys.
there can't be any more dead chicks." And then it flashes again with a 2. "I think I'm gonna keep this one, Rethix." And it turns to
I
1.
hit it with a cricket bat.
And the room goes dark as you swing. Take a attack roll for me.
Beat Redix up. I mean, swing at something.
I botch. Huzzah!
Botch. Your bat just goes sailing through the air as it basically flies out of your hand as you try and hit this small miniature replica of your nemesis. Because why wouldn't you? She's young. And you swing it and you miss. You let go of the bat and it sails off. You can't see anything. The room is in utter complete darkness. Rethix, take a mental endurance save for me.
Cool. 16.
16. You feel cold hands wrapping around your throat. Small hands of a small girl. They seem to encompass your throat, however. And you feel the coldness squeezing the life from your throat. And as you kind of try and gasp for air and you open your eyes and look, you can see 2 small whitish pupils glowing and the irises of outer black. And then the lights come up and you guys find yourself in a small square room with 2 doors. But there's no Rethix to be seen. And we're going to take a quick break there.
Never liked him anyway, so.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Alright, so we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. And we're back and everybody seems to have moved around because... Thanks, guys! Literally everyone moved around. You guys are fantastic. I tell you what, let's make this easier on myself. Okay, so, Thirsty, what did we miss while I reset all the cameras?
What did we miss?
Sorry, what did you guys just go through?
We just went through... Well, we went through some crazy ass, like, relocation into a crazy creepy ass corridor, and then a tiny creepy ass chick came along and stole one of our friends and teleported us somewhere else.
She seems like
I lost my baseball. I lost my cricket bat.
Seems like a really cool person. I like the sound of this girl.
Nah.
Alright, well that's as good as think I'm going to get you two in your camera, so you, Grover, are going to have to move just a little bit closer to your lovely lady.
How's that? You're going to have to act like you like each other.
Yeah. I know it's difficult, but let's give it a go. So the last we saw, Rethix has basically disappeared into the ether. You guys are stuck in a room. The room you are in is about 20 by 20. There are 2 doors, one in front of you, one behind you. They look pretty much identical, and they both open out of the room. In the corner, there is a grandfather clock, and it has no numbers on it. Sorry, it has no hands on it, but as you guys come to, you hear it striking 9 times.
Shoot the clock.
Boom. You shot the clock. Good job.
Does it stop making noises now?
It continues clinking, but there's no ticking.
Cool. Let's get out of here.
There you go.
Ah.
What do you guys want to do?
Someone open that door. I'll cover you. I've got my pistols ready.
Yeah, I tried to open the door with my trusted machete.
Okay. Make an attack roll on the door. So hit your machete button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bust it open like there's a heist going on.
Open that door like you stole it.
Yeah.
You're trying to open a door with a machete. It's kind of difficult, and you do manage to make some good hacks in it. But it doesn't seem to just bust open. You get the sudden idea, maybe you should try the handle.
I thought that dude did it. And I pointed at him.
For note of
Wow.
clarification, these are not the same door that you saw before. These are just two interior wooden doors.
Yeah, but wasn't it like a latch over it, holding it to?
Not in these ones. You're in a slightly different room. There's a grandfather clock in this one, which you didn't have before, and these are two internal doors, pretty close to you.
Ah, okay. Well, then, in that case, we will try to open the doors. That's what we were back to do.
Are you opening the door behind or the door in front?
In front.
In front. Okay, you open the door in front of you, and you see that there is a corridor. The corridor looks like it turns left at the end, and there is ahead of you a window. Outside the window, you can see that it's dark. Roll a perception check for me, since you're in the lead.
I'll try to. Further high up. A 9.
9. You notice that the rain is going the other way up, and you can't hear the rain, you can just see it. So it's just
going from the ground and up instead of...
correct. You can see that there are some uplights to the left and the right, providing a fair amount of illumination in this room. And at the end, you can see that there is a small table with a vase.
I might have done a boo-boo on your end there. I think I can fix it though. Nothing happened. I didn't delete the ability. That's not what I did.
You can rebuild. I trust you. You know how to rebuild. You're way better at this than I am.
Maybe we should try the other door.
Yeah, I'll convey what I see. Well, in front of us, the rain seems to go upwards. That seems interesting. So let's see what door number 2 will give us.
Who's going to open the door?
Not me.
Give it a go.
I'm covering the grandfather clock with one gun and the door with the other.
The grandfather clock appears not to be moving.
Damn straight.
You have intimidated the shit out of that clock. Okay, so I want you to make a mental endurance roll as you push down the handle of this door and push it out.
12.
Just straight 12.
Yeah.
You open the door and it seems to open into a void, a blackness. And you hear a faint screaming coming from the darkness.
Nope. Close that door.
Just nope.
Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope.
The
I just turned around to the rest of the doors. Nope.
Got you. Then we're heading off to the place where the rain kind of goes upways.
Okay.
And start running.
Yeah, so our choices are either black, empty void, or rain.
I am gone.
Yeah.
Okay, with Skaggeth
fine.
in the lead, you guys rocket your way to the end of this corridor, and you again, the closer you get, you can see the rain is pointing up. You see that there is a vase on the table to your right, and as you hit this kind of like junction and turn left, you can see that the corridor goes on again, but a slight distance this time, and then turns left again at the end. You also see that partway along this room, probably about a third of the way from where you are now, there is a closed interior wooden door, and on the right hand side you can see there are 2 more large windows. At the end of this corridor, you notice that there is a bookshelf with some books and some ornaments on it. Skaggeth, you're in the lead. Take a perception check for me.
I'll do that as I have rebuilt everything. I am smart. Nope. Not smart.
Not smart.
Roll a 4.
With your amazing 4, you spot that there are indeed some ornaments on there. And you can see that there is what looks like a human skull, maybe, on the shelves. You can see there are some like little candlesticks and some odd knickknacks, which mean nothing because, you know, they're not worth anything to you in your salvaging ways. What do you guys want to do?
I want to check out the bookshelf to see what kind of books and what kind of ornaments there are. And the head, if it's someone I know.
It's hard to do a facial reconstruction from a skull alone, but you can definitely give it a shot. So you're going to barrel your way down to the bookshelf.
Mm-hmm.
What are the rest of y'all doing?
Is there anything past the bookshelf, or is that literally the end of the corridor?
It's the end of the corridor, and it turns left again.
I'm going to go to the end of the corridor and look left to see what's down the rest of the corridor.
As you look down there and look left, you can see that on the right-hand side there is another interior wooden door. This one is partially ajar. And at the end of that, you can see of this particular corridor. Again, you can see that there are a couple of those little uplit lights, and you can see that there is a small table at the end with look left, look right, an almost identical vase. In fact, it may well be the same vase. In fact, it may just be a pair, but you can't really tell from here.
Shoot the vase.
Shoot the vase.
Okay, take an attack roll. Wow, this dentist has gone like gun-ho since his patients died.
The slightest.
You see, that's why you got into it, for the drilling.
Well,
So to hit is 16.
yeah, yes, you hit the vase,
And
and
I
it
deal 7 points of
smashes
damage
into
to it.
pieces. From where you are, it looks like it smashes into pieces.
And if I look back at the other one, is that still intact?
It's still intact.
Aha.
Shoot that too.
Corridor. No, I want to keep that one intact so I can tell which corridor's which. Because this place is starting to screw with my head a bit. I'll advance down the corridor towards the slightly ajar door
Okay.
with my pistols out in case I see any movement through the partially open door.
Okay. You stalk up to the partially open door. I need you to make a perception check for me.
4.
A 4. The room looks kind of dark. Maybe there's perhaps a dark carpet on the ground.
When you say dark, do you mean completely pitch black?
No, just dark. Like
Okay,
like a dark brown, for
so
example.
can I use my foot to push the door open the rest of the way?
You can certainly do that, yeah. You open it and you see the little light spills in there. You see that it reveals a bedroom. You can see that there is a double bed. It looks like the bed has been made. Clearly someone cares about this sort of thing. And you can see that in this room there are, from the light that spills in, you can see that there are 2 cabinets, one either side of this double bed. And you can see that there is a full-length mirror, which is turned slightly away from you to your left.
Someone want to go look in that mirror because I don't really fancy it. Is there a? Go for it.
Okay.
Minus there's a light switch in there as well. I'm going to be covering the 2 cabinets with a pistol in case something jumps out of them.
What, you think the cabinets are going to eat you?
Well, no, they assume the cabinets are just like, there could be someone hiding in the cabinets.
Okay.
Or possibly under the
So,
bed. I'm massive paranoia is like starting to go through right now.
A very short
okay, so
person
before
could
I
have-
reveal what Jay sees in the mirror, let's have a look at the bookcase. What specifically are you looking for, Skag?
Is it a lot of books or is
Yeah,
it
there's a
just
fair
a
few
couple?
volumes of books here, yeah.
So I'll probably kind of skimmage through to see what kind of books there are. Is it a volume of a specific author or?
Looking more intently at these the spines of these books, they seem to come from all different walks of life. Some of them they'd be like a proper bound set you may find in a rich person's library sort of thing, custom binds. You can see that some of them are just trash novels, some of them are kids stories, some of them are more adult risque stories, that kind of stuff. There's a whole range of stuff on this shelf. But as you kind of look more intently at the spines, you realize that they have all the same title. And they all have a very similar emblem, either on the spine or the few that you see the covers of. You can see that the symbol is a skull and crossbones. And you can see that there is, or the name of each of these titles is either Am I alone? ? And I cannot fight this alone.
If I open the first couple of pages, is the same heading inside the book as well?
Yes. Take a mental endurance roll.
I can do that. 10.
Reasonable. You hear whisperings as you open it, and you hear the sound of familiar sound of your friend Valonda's voice as she says, "Am I alone? I cannot fight this alone. Am I alone? Am I alone? I can't fight this alone. I cannot fight." It repeats over and over and over, but it's more like a quiet whisper that you can't quite pick up.
So it's a talking book. I'll say F that and kind of put that down.
Lock that shit. You put
Yep.
it puts back down. All right.
And the ornaments or the extra things inside, is there anything that catches the eye?
No, you can see them. Yeah, you can see that there is a skull. You would assume a human skull, possibly. To be fair, you've seen enough human skull to know this is a human skull. You can see that there are a couple of dead animals, like taxidermy animals, and they appear to be sitting on top of a crossed set of femur bones. They're the things you really see of note in this bookcase.
Is it so that they are on top of the bookshelf? Or is it more inside?
It's more inside. It's more like a built-in bookshelf that's pretty deep, because the books in here, some of them are ginormous.
Okay. I will do as any cat would do. I will put my hand out and look around, and it will just throw everything down.
It all tumbles to the ground.
Yeah. And I will kind of kick the skull to the side, and kind of with intent, so it flies into the wall.
Okay, yeah, you give it a good kicking into the wall, and it shatters into a bunch of pieces.
There you go, you speaking book.
Cool. All right,
King Book? What the hell are you talking about?
Mr.
you
J
are talking
within the other room. You're going to go check out the mirror. Okay, you step in front of this mirror, and you see. Take a mental endurance roll.
11, not a botch.
You see yourself standing in front of this mirror, and you realise that your feet suddenly become fixed in place as the rain that you saw before reflected in the mirror. You suddenly realise that there are no windows behind you, but you see the rain pouring the other way, and you see yourself standing in front of the mirror, and you see the rain slowly turn a dark black colour, and then you see occasional flashes of light revealing it to be a very, very dark, viscous red. And then it seems to disappear in a puff of smoke, and before you, you see Rethix. Rethix, what do you say?
10.
Tim?
10.
Oh, 10.
I believe it's that Tim.
No, I'm not Tim, I'm Jack. I assume...
Okay! Wow, that was the most useful person to have stand in front of the mirror. As you see Jay running out of the room, Rethix, you can have a moment to roll your eyes standing in this mirror if you want.
Can I...
Good job.
You said I'm at a funny angle to the mirror.
Yeah,
Could I shoot the mirror from where I am?
absolutely you can.
I'll shoot the mirror.
You shoot the mirror. Take a... Shoot with your gun.
Yep, so 13 to hit and 15 damage.
Yeah, that's perfect. You shatter the mirror. Absolutely shatters into 1,000 pieces.
Cool, that's that sorted with. Is there any...
Problem
I'm
solved.
done. See you tomorrow. I'm done.
So in this room, apart from this mirror, you said there were 2 cabinets.
Yep.
Is anyone else with me now that the courageous Jay has fled screaming down the corridor?
Well, actually, to be fair, we have Grover and Sammy and Thirsty actually not doing a lot. You guys are still back by that first vase.
I'm willing to cover people with pistol if they fancy opening the door.
I could do that.
I figured I was just following people, but sure. I will.
I'm going to nab the vase.
Okay.
Bring it with you.
Take a perception check for me.
Is that the intact one?
Yeah.
Yeah. 8.
8. Okay. As you pick up the vase, you realise it's one of those. You can't. Something's not right about it, and you kind of give it a bit of a shake, and you look in the bottom of it, and you see about 5 inches long. I don't know. Is that too big? Might be. Let's say 3 inches long. About 3 inches long, you see this kind of very ornate metalwork, which seems to go in a straight line, have a nice little like curly effect, like a bell end, and then goes off to a point.
Okay.
I fucking hate you all.
They're your words.
I'm trying to describe this without telling you what it is. It's really fucking hard.
Yeah. Well, being that it's a vase, I look down into it. I attempt to get like my gigantic ham fist in there.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Can I? Oh my
Yeah.
god! Hooray! I can't even clean glasses, but I can put my hand in this vase. Can I then get it out once I try and grab something out of the vase?
Yes. And I need you to take a mental endurance roll for me.
Stick your hand in strange viscous materials.
14.
14.
It's like Harry Potter crap.
Apparently.
Cool, not a botch, wonderful. Yeah, you pick it up, you feel a slight tugging at the back of your mind, but the only thing you really feel is sudden pain around your wrists and your ankles. And as you look, for a moment you think you see slashes of blood, but it disappears.
Yeah, so get thee behind me. So I'm holding an oddly curved piece of fine metalwork that reminds me of a bell end somehow.
I hate you guys so much. It tapers off to the end like a bell. Such
By the
dick.
end of a bell.
Yeah. What do you guys want to do? We have one person running out, one person checking a bookshelf, 2 of you sort of standing in this corridor with windows and a door, and we have Thirsty holding a vase and a
Fondling
metal
a bell
thing.
end.
Fondling a metal thing.
I want to go through the door.
You what, sorry?
I want to go through the door.
The closed door to your left.
Yeah, why not?
Okay. You open this, and as you do, it's pitch black in there, and then there's a slight flicker of electric light, and then you can see that with this light, fluorescent light coming on, you can see that this is in fact a small bathroom. There is a bath, there is a separate shower, toilet, and there is a wash basin and a mirror.
Ah, brilliant. I unzip and take a leak.
That is a damn fine plan. I'm queuing up the.
Do you close the door behind you, or do you no longer care?
Fine.
Hell's
Fine.
no. This is a room that teleports you around places. No one shut themselves in any rooms.
Okay, you take a whiz without a problem. Then what?
Don't even take an aim check.
No, you don't.
Dexterity, right?
Dexterity.
How old is your character? He says 18 years old. I think he's able
it's
to
late
function his own
teens, so it's
penis
like
to point.
15, 16.
Oh,
I crit anyway, so.
Jesus Christ.
taking a whiz.
Crit the urination check.
As we stated before, if you crit urination, you piss like a racehorse. Okay, you are now finished. As you, I assume, zip up and turn around, you find you're looking into the mirror, and in the mirror you see Rethix.
Oh shit, sorry.
I'm just. Yeah. Yes, sure, whatever. So the clock, yeah.
No, numbers.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Didn't hear a thing.
The clock. Could you... The thing. The clock.
Right. Thanks, Dad.
And then he disappears because fuck you, Rethix.
I feel like there's more to this clue. Like a number might be involved. But nobody's told me any numbers or said anything about anything else that's happened so far for everyone else, so I have no idea.
I wander down the hall towards the vase.
Towards the broken one?
No, the one that Andy
What
is
the-
Freaking out at all. The one that Andy's holding. Sorry, one that Thirsty's holding. It's just a vase. He seems to be holding something long and metallic. Kind of thin.
Holding a vibrator?
No, it's pretty thin. Probably
Then, okay.
probably about half... probably about 3 mil thick.
So basically, it's a rod with a point. You're saying.
Is it like the
Is it a
hand
screw?
of a clock? Maybe.
In fact, may well be the hand of a clock.
Wow. I wonder if there's another one in that other vase.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go check the other vase. The shattered remains of it, anyway.
Alright, so you go past Skaggeth, who is kicking skulls across the ground. Having a hissy fit at the bookshelf. You run past... You hear like the shots of a gun going off and a mirror shattering into 100 pieces as your father comes running out like "Wah!" And you make your way to this shattered vase. It's a shattered vase. The hallway goes left, and as you look down left, you can see a door at the very end of the corridor. But
There's nothing in the
it's
remains
just a
of the
shattered
vase.
vase. Yeah.
Let's sift through nothing. The grandfather clock. Does it already have a hand on it?
Not that you remember.
Hmm. Did anybody else see Rethix?
Who?
At number 2.
He's only been gone 4 minutes. Like, well, I know who the fuck he is. It's fair.
Since that last room.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Not you, Dad number 1? No?
Am I still in range?
You can
That's a
hear
sound of
them.
walking
You're
out
basically
of-
back in the corridor with everyone else.
Unless you decided to keep running, screaming all the way back to the other room.
But that's what I was checking.
Oh, you can have gone all the way back to the other room if you want.
No, I'll be with the guys.
Okay.
I did see something in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Horrible.
I mean, I saw Rethix.
Yes, it could have looked like that.
They're obviously in shock.
He mentioned
For sure.
a clock to me.
He mentioned Tim to me.
Tim.
That's what you heard because someone said the
Right.
word clock or not a number, or it was misheard. Screw you.
Oh.
Well,
So, I think
So
we'll
we need to find
find
someone called Tim and talk to them about a clock.
Or maybe
Yeah,
it's
well-
10 o'clock.
you have the hand of a clock.
Well,
Clock
Tim
and
the-
time. Time. Maybe.
Tim the
Maybe he said time.
So
Or maybe he
between
said
1,
10.
2, 3.
Could have been 10, tin, time. Any
Could be
of these
anything.
things.
There could be 10 tins all the time.
Tea time. Maybe it's tea time.
Yay! Tea time.
But what time do we normally have tea? It's around 10, right?
No, that's 6. What are you talking about?
Well, you know, you've got to boil the kettle before you can have 11.
Skaggeth, take a perception check for me, please. I'm curtailing this conversation right now.
Look,
Oh,
at the skull.
What shall we have for tea?
No, you got a 4. Because it's fairly easy and all of you can probably hear this, but it comes mostly to Skaggeth's attention because he's not bickering like a child.
I'm destroying a skull, though.
You hear footfalls, very heavy, slow footfalls, and the sound of something being dragged coming from the room that you guys found yourself in that had the grandfather clock that didn't have Rethix in it.
Okay, I'm gonna run up towards the end of the corridor with my pistols ready to shoot
As you take a couple of steps from where you are and you hit that corner where Thirsty and Sammy are standing as they've gone a little bit in, you see a very big shadow being cast upon the wall. And you see that this thing is ginormous. The proportions are out of whack. The head is exceptionally small. The shoulders are ginormous. And their legs are kind of like bent. They kind of bend in the wrong direction. They seem to be coming towards you, almost dragging their knuckles as they go. And you see that the shadow, as it lifts its arm, you can see the reflection off of the kind of small lights, the uplights. And you see the reflection as it's off a very large metal object. And it seems to be stalking its way further around the corridor.
So this thing looks to be made of metal, does it?
Or some of it.
Can I shoot at its legs?
When it comes around, sure.
Okay, so I can only see the reflection, but I can't see it itself.
You can only see the shadow and the reflection off of light off of metal at the moment.
And how long is this corridor?
You found yourself towards the end of it?
Yeah, well, I've
I don't know. It's a fairly long distance. I don't do distances. Don't ask me stuff like that.
So it's not the kind of thing that someone could run down this corridor in a couple of seconds. It's going to be a reasonable amount of time.
Let's say it would take like 15 seconds to run.
Okay. Yeah, I'll wait down here until I can see this thing come into view.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
There was
I'm
another
gonna
door.
charge.
You're going to charge
God
in?
damn it.
Yeah, screw it. I'll follow as well, charging with my axe.
All of you going to charge?
I'll
Excellent.
follow them.
Like that.
They're gonna do
Okay.
Nope.
So...
I'm going to grab one of the femurs and run in.
Okay, as you guys run your way toward your imminent death,
No.
you see this big creature stalk around, and you see that its legs may be bent backwards, and as it finally stands up to its full height, standing in front of you, Andy, you see that it's kind of like the back of its neck seems to be brushing the ceiling, and its head is about 4 times this. No, it's just small. So it's about like about a quarter of the size. It seems to be kind of rubbing up against the ceiling, and it looks down at you with its face, which is mostly just two very large eyes, almost like an owl, and it has a slight beak to it, but a human mouth. And you can see that the human mouth is dripping with blood. It seems to be more like, as it's salivating, it's this kind of like long oodles of blood just slowly dripping down, and you hear as it hits the ground and sort of stains the ground beneath you. You can see that it's covered in a thick curly hair, and it's fairly light in colour. And you can see that it's holding the pommel of what looks like to be a fucking huge sword.
I'm going to shoot its legs.
Take a shot.
I'm gonna guess you're gonna shoot us in the back.
No, 13 to hit and 15 damage.
You take a shot, and you manage to pierce it in the hamstring, and it just lets off like a primal roar of like, "Rah!" And it looks down at you, and its eyes begin to flare like a slight bluish colour, and it's going to attack you.
How close is this thing?
It's pretty close. You said you were right by the end. You were right by the corridor where the other two were, so you're pretty close enough to be hit.
Well, Skaggeth started running him, so I started following him.
You said you were there first.
Yeah,
but
you
Skaggeth charged past me, so I followed him.
He hadn't had time by that point. It come round there because he was at the other end of this corridor by the bookcase.
I'm trying to save you, dude.
Well, we're down the long end of this corridor. We had like 15 seconds to run down the corridor.
Yeah, but you said you were nearer where the other two were, the ones with the vases, and you basically were by those guys when this thing went off. So you were pretty close to that corridor edge because you wanted to look down there and see it. You couldn't look down there and see it if you weren't there.
Yeah, no, sorry, I thought so. I basically met it at the corner as it was coming round.
Pretty much.
Right, okay, I meant to be at the opposite end of the corridor, so as it stepped into the corridor, I had 15 seconds to go, and run away if I didn't like it. But okay, fair enough.
This is what you said you were doing, so...
That's fine.
You can stand at the other end, it doesn't matter, you're still going to get hit.
Okay, well yeah, I'd like to stand at the other end because I have a pistols, it doesn't make sense for me.
Okay, so we'll say this now. Did you run to that corner to look down it, or didn't you? Because you can't look down it without being at that corner.
So this thing's like a U, yes, we went left, left, left.
Yep.
So we're here, I've gone to this end here, while this thing's come up over here, so it's now got to go, towards me like that.
That's what you meant, because the other two are by your right hand. That's where they are by that vase.
Because I was right back in the room over here.
Okay.
ran back
All
up
right,
to his.
fair enough. It basically begins to run and charge down the corridor at you guys. Who's in front now? I assume Skaggeth. Since you're charging in, I assume Thirsty, because you grab a Thema bone and start charging in too.
Yeah, I had to go and grab it, but yeah.
I love how you keep pushing someone else to the front. Nice.
Well, I'll
Skaggeth,
be in that sequence too.
you what, sorry?
I'll be in that sequence too, because I was following Skaggeth as well.
Okay. Well, Skaggeth is still at the front. We'll take him as the lead.
Yep.
So, Skag, you have your machete. Go for a hit, man.
Yeah. This is gonna be easy. Easy. I am gonna go for the bearded leader perk so I can give myself a crit success.
Okay, roll some
I'm
damage.
gonna need it.
Well played,
I'm
sir.
gonna
Well
need
played.
I'm rolling the machete so I know the damage.
Well, that was lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was damn lucky. He rolled a botch otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay. You basically take your machete and you bury it into his hamstring and you give it a good wrench out and you see the back of his hamstring just go as all this blood goes down and you see him basically collapse to one knee, albeit the other way round, and it just kind of looks up at you and growls.
Yeah.
You have forestalled it hitting you right at this moment. What do you guys want to do?
There's something wrong with the calculation, that damage roll.
Yeah, there's a plus missing from the macro.
Yeah, that's wrong.
So it should be D6 plus 3 plus 2.
Oh yeah. Either way, this is what has happened. Rather than giving you the you've taken off X amount of hit points, you've basically hamstrung the mofo because you crit.
Right, I'm going to bring down my axe on his hand that's holding the sword.
His hand is like halfway up the wall. Does that make sense? So you can go for a swing for sure, but it's not like on the ground.
Yep.
Yep. You can just see the pommel of the sword. The rest of the sword is sort of like behind him.
So he's like dragging the blade behind him, is he? Okay.
As I said, this is a really big fucking sword.
Okay. 14 attack
Yep.
and 5 damage.
Excellent.
More than 5 damage.
You're missing the plus again.
Yeah, you're
aren't
missing
Oh,
the
so
plus
am
one.
I, of course. Oh, no.
Yep, no biggie. So yeah, you basically managed to you ask him a really good question, and you get it like square in the chest, and you hear him roar again, in absolute agony as you kind of yank the blade back out, and you see blood like sporing across, like out the front of him, and I need both Jay and Skaggeth to make physical endurance rolls for me, please.
Sure. So I'll have another perk and give it to Rethix. Okay. No?
You can't, because you used it for yourself, right?
No, I mean everything to Rethix. Kind of just mirror everything bad over to Rethix.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, he has his own perks he can use.
So what did you say? A physical?
Yes, please.
That's 5 for me.
10 for me.
Okay. As this blood comes gushing across, Skaggeth, you feel it kind of nice and it's kind of warm. It's lukewarm. Well, it's definitely warm. For Mr. J, as you get like a full blunt of this smack into your face, it begins to burn across the side of your face as it's landed on, and you guys can see it beginning to smoke, and you take 6 points of damage.
Such a pansy.
All right. It's now its go, and it will make its new attack on Skaggeth.
No.
Yep. That's a ginormous yes, but it's not a crit. And it takes its huge blade and it basically punches you square in the chest with the pommel as it begins to flick the blade around to make it, to actually be able to use the sharpened side. And it hits you 4. And I do apologise in advance because I might roll well, and that's the case, you're screwed.
Just empty the dice.
And it hits you for 13 damage.
Ooh.
Ouch. That is like 13 too much.
Yep, and it basically smashes you square in the chest, and you can all hear the nice cracking of ribs, one after another, and you basically get pushed a couple of foot down the corridor. How is your hit points looking?
Number 5, 6, 9, and 12. Those ribs were my favorites. You bastard.
They were my only ribs!
Yeah.
All right.
So I am at 5 out of 18.
What do you guys want to do now?
Revenge my
how-
ribs. 5, 9,
how-
13.
Am I?
You what?
I'm
Sorry.
actually going to run up and hit him.
You want to? Yeah.
Well, I was already charging down the corridor. He just got his backswing in first.
Okay. Take a hit roll then.
I'm going to run up and attempt to smack him in the knackers.
Go for it.
Well, it's only a 6 to hit because I suck.
So no, you
femur
go to hit him with a
throws me
femur and nothing happens.
It's
You,
only
you basically
consolation
completely
he rolled
miss.
maximum damage.
You what?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So it's any consolation he rolled maximum damage.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, really. What are you guys
Yeah.
up to now?
Can I drag Skaggeth like away from this thing?
You would have to run down the corridor to go get him because you said you were up the other end.
Yeah, I was saying that way. I mean, can I run up and grab him and start dragging him back?
Yes. Is anyone
Rather
going
than
to assist? If someone
Well, actually,
assists, you can do
I
it
have,
in this round.
I actually have the perk.
You have. Oh fuck
which
mine,
is,
don't you?
I have pack mule or pack rat. Sorry. You can carry a lot, including an entire person, without slowing you down.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going to take Skaggeth and like equip him up in my backpack.
You basically Yoda the shit. You pick him up and you. Okay, you've picked him up. Where are you going? Away.
Yeah, away from
Not
this.
super
We've
pretty.
already knackered this thing in the leg. I don't see why we're standing here within retaliation distance of it.
Okay.
Back up a bit.
All right. In that case, you grab Skaggeth. You run to where the bookcase is, and I assume you run up towards where the other broken vase is.
Yeah,
you
can
running-
I take him in? Can I take him into the bedroom because there was a bed in there, wasn't there?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll drop him on the bed because
All right.
you know,
That's what you've done. That's your entire thing. What are you guys up to?
I mean, I was gonna. You said there was one more door, and that was where I was closest to. So I want to go through that last door, or the last door that we saw.
The very last door, there are three. Technically, there are four doors. The one you came through, the one on the left to the bathroom, one on the right to the bedroom, and then the one at the end of the corridor.
The one at the end of the corridor that's still closed.
Okay, you run to it, you open it, and you step through. What are the rest of you doing? Oh wait, I'll tell you what's in the room. It's a squarish room, 20 by 20. There appears to be a grandfather clock in there, and there's a door in front of you.
Is the grandfather clock shot?
It's whole.
Wow. Does it have any hands on it?
Nope.
I'm going to continue round until I find another hand.
Are you going to
I
try and
feel
go
like
back?
I've got this one.
So what are you doing?
You're going to go through the next door.
I'm basically going to carry on going around this circle until I get all the pieces of the grandfather clock.
You touch the handle of the door, and your hand passes through it.
Ooh. Can I just continue through the door?
No.
Or does it just pass through the handle?
Your hand passes through the handle. The door is real, but the handle appears not to be there.
Okay, well, I'm going to go back to the group and be like, guys, stop fucking around. Need to get out.
Jay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna take another hit on the thing.
Okay, take an attack roll.
Legendary reroll.
Okay, that's your last legendary point.
Yep. 7 attack.
A 7 attack.
Yeah.
Okay. You go to hit him with your axe, but you swing and a miss.
Okay.
It's going to attack you back in retaliation. It now has the sharpened side of its immense blades sort of to bear, and it basically just swings at you,
Yep.
attempting to cut you in half. Okay, I'll mitigate the damage.
Get down!
And you take 12 slash as it basically cuts a good one across your stomach.
I take what? Sorry.
You take an enormous hit across your gut, and it
Yeah.
slices you a good one. You take 12 points of damage.
I'm at -5.
You can't have 7 hit points.
I have
He's
got
taken a lot of damage.
You took a lot of damage. In that case, congratulations, Jay. You're super dead. Your friend lies cut in half in front of you. Is there anything you want to say quickly? You have a sentence.
I love you to the sun. You know, cheesy shit.
Oh,
Stuff
Jesus.
like that,
Oh,
you know.
I'm so sorry. You're an orphan.
Can I do the IT crowd? Father!
You may. You may. Jay is super dead. He's dead.
I'm going to take his axe.
You are super dead.
All right,
opening
you grab his
this.
axe. Now what do you want to do?
Run away.
I'm going to attempt to land it into this thing's crotch.
Okay.
Okay. I really don't know why people are attacking this gigantic,
know.
crippled creature which can't chase you away.
Can I head
Yay.
towards the door that Grover found?
13 to hit.
You hit him, and
That's
yes, you
10
can run
damage.
towards where the door where Grover is.
Yeah.
That's solid 10 damage. So it's
What sort of
crotch.
door is it?
You
That's
swing that axe squarely into the dude's crotch, and like every dude who gets hit in the crotch, he doubles over in pain, I guess.
Cheese it!
Okay, where are you cheesing
I
it
leave
to?
the
Sammy,
axe
what are you up to?
in the
Because Sammy
crotch.
said she was doing something.
What's the door made of?
It's wood.
Okay, then I take my chainsaw out and I attack the door.
Okay, I'll get back to you in a moment then.
Okay.
So Thirsty, you're cheesing it? Cheesing it where?
I'm just choosing it away from this horrendous beast.
Alright, you're running back to the other end of the corridor. You're at the bookshelf. What are you doing? This creature is beginning to lull its way towards you. It's using the door jambs, the windows to pull itself along. What are you doing?
I am getting as far away from it as possible. Doors,
Okay, you run-
other rooms, anywhere. I don't
Are you
care.
going into the
Away.
bedroom, or are you going to run towards the room where Grover and Sammy are?
Room with people. People sound good. Excellent. Chainsaw,
There are
yes.
2 rooms. You're running towards the chainsaw sound. Excellent.
Yes.
Right, you run towards that. Cool. I'll get back to that in a minute then. Andy and Skaggeth, what are you guys doing?
Do I have an opportunity to heal him?
You can try. I'm going to tell you, you are trying to heal someone in the middle of the bedroom when there's a big ass monster coming at you. Just throwing that out there.
You're a dentist doing defib.
I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to attempt to wrap something around his chest to try and support his ribs.
Can you
that-
pat me down?
I'm going to
I
say
want to sleep.
yes. I'm going to say that basically you throw him on the bed, you use the bed sheets to wrap his chest together, and you can heal him for the 10 hit points.
Excellent.
What are you guys doing now?
Getting out of here because there's something loud coming crashing down the corridor towards us, and I don't want to be trapped in the bedroom.
Skag, are you going with? Or, Andy, are you carrying Skaggeth?
I probably will continue to carry him because he has just broken all his ribs. So even though I've actually supplied some
Okay, yeah.
first aid,
As
still-
you...
Is there something in the room here?
there's a broken mirror and there's 2 cabinets.
Nothing on top of the cabinets.
Not really.
we could open the cabinets, but
Yeah. Over there. Bring me over to the cabinets. Over there. Open them.
run over and I'll hold him so that he can open the door.
A little bit lower.
Okay, you open the drawer, and in the top left hand, in the left hand side, which is the cabinets that you ended up going to, you open a set of drawers, and you find that there are things that you remember Valonda wearing when she was a child, and then the next drawers reveal things you remember when she was a little bit older, and even the 2 wedding gowns that you saw her get married in.
No time for surfing. Let's go.
Yeah, I nick one of them.
Okay, Skaggeth, you need to tell me what you're nicking. I will allow you to describe it, but you are nicking it. Tell me what you are nicking.
I'm nicking the horrible light pink wedding gown that she had the first time.
I thought you were going with pink panties then. I was really confused.
The big panties.
Okay, you grab this rather lovely salmony pink looking thing, and I assume that Andy, you're running for it, carrying
Yes,
Skaggeth in this dress.
I'm just running down with this thing trailing behind us.
This is
Quicker,
too amazing for words.
quicker.
Okay, as you run out, you see that that small head grazing against the ceiling, and it's looking at you. You see this huge gash in the chest. You see blood spraying all over the place. You see some of this nice wallpaper type thing beginning to curl up and smoke. And you are but inches from it as you make your way, I assume, towards where the others are.
Yeah, I hear the sound of a chainsaw.
You hear the sound of a chainsaw revving. Sammy, I want you to make an attack with your chainsaw, my dear. This will take 2 rounds of fuel.
Okay. 2 rounds. Okay.
Yep.
What's my mouse? Where is that? There it is. Nine.
9.
A
Yeah.
9. It takes you some time, hence the 2 rounds. But as you hear the sounds of a man carrying another man behind you,
Hurry!
finally enter the room, you all hear the slamming of the door shut behind you just as you get that millisecond, that kind of milliframe within the room. And it slams shut behind you, and you go at this door with your chainsaw, and it revs like a good un, and you basically rip this door apart with your chainsaw. It's turned into fucking firewood, man. I'd appreciate the firewood, let's just say that. And congratulations, you've done that. And as the last person enters the room, you hear the chimes going off 10 times.
Jesus, come on.
Is that thing following us behind it?
The door's shut behind you.
Did anyone shut it or did it shut
It's
itself?
Have a
shut
hand.
behind you.
Just want to be sure. Somebody have a hand. I just want to just put it on there at number 10. Just do it. Forget whether it meant to have that clue or not.
Andy, you're meant to have it.
I don't have it.
Not you, other Andy.
Thirsty.
Thirsty, sorry.
I have this metal thing.
Yes, put it on the clock.
Yes.
Ah, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Obviously. And
Yes.
I put it on,
Number
just like
10.
spin it around. Okay, 10. Yeah.
The
Ta-da.
clock finishes striking 10. And the door is turned into firewood.
Walk through the doorway.
Through the doorway, you see the same corridor that you saw the first time. At the end of the room, on the right hand, at the end of this corridor on the right hand side, you can see there is a shattered and broken vase on a table. You can see the window on the other end, and you can see that there is blood dripping in, so it's as if if it is leaking, but it's leaking upwards towards the ceiling. And as you look up, you can see the blood creating a vine network across the ceiling. You can see that the wallpaper is beginning to peel in this room, and it's faded and as if it's covered with nicotine or tar or some such. And the carpet on the ground is threadbare and worn. And you can tell that one of the lights that you saw before is beginning to flicker and fail.
I don't like that. Is there any other way out?
There's the door behind you.
Let's not go back through there.
Can we hear any
Always
sounds
forward.
from behind the door?
No?
Always forward, never backwards.
Yeah,
Mm,
rude.
If you haven't picked up those lootable items already, you've lost them.
I entirely expect to meet Alma down here.
I
What
have
do you
picked
guys
up my
wanna
loot
do?
items.
You did.
Full game.
What do you guys want to do now?
Forward.
Yeah.
Why the
Who's
hell
in the
not?
lead?
Tally-ho!
I'm going to say Sammy's in the lead because you're the one who tapped the door with a chainsaw.
Yay!
Sammy, as you make your way forward, I need you to make a mental endurance roll.
Alright. Sorry, he's in charge of the PC.
That's fine.
11.
Yeah.
11.
I didn't roll an 11.
That's fine.
but, yeah.
You, ahead of you in the glass, you see a reflection of yourself. You see yourself wearing somebody else's clothing. You don't see anyone else around you. And the clothing you wore is... The clothing you're wearing in the reflection is a dark hoodie type thing and a black hat. And then the face shifts and you realise you're looking at Rethix. Nobody else can see this. Rethix, what do you want to do?
I'm just gonna say, I kind of want to see how we all die. Goodbye.
Bye!
What? Are you okay?
I just saw Rethix.
Well played,
Ah.
sir. Well played. This is the greatest thing ever. Okay. Alright, that's what you saw. You saw Rethix taunting you from beyond the grave. Even though he's supposed to speak in numbers, this is the funniest thing, so I'm going to allow it.
Okay. He's not going to bother giving us hints anymore. Okay.
Well,
We're going to die.
Forward, under your 12 steps.
Okay, so Sammy, looking down the other end of the corridor, looking left, you can see that the doorway to your left that leads into the bathroom is now slightly ajar, and the light within it is beginning to flicker as if it's well, you saw our kitchen, right, when we couldn't turn the light on because it was flickering like a horror show. That's what's going on in the bathroom right now. This particular corridor is dark at the other end as well, so the bookcase is essentially obscured into darkness. You can only see the faintness of a bookshelf there. And the mirrors, the windows on the right-hand side, the three of them, the middle one is broken, and you can hear the whistling of the wind, and you can feel like the coldness like sweeping around you.
I am going to head towards the window.
Towards the broken window?
Yeah.
Okay. You're at the broken window. There is glass on the floor.
Is there anything about the broken glass that is interesting?
Do you want to pick a bit up?
Sure.
Okay, you pick a piece up, and it's a piece of glass.
Okay. I put it back on the ground.
At this point, I'm just like, what are you doing? There's some giant monster after us.
What do you guys want to do now?
Is there anything else around the window?
It just appears to be broken, as if from outside in.
Okay.
That's ominous.
Is there any way of opening the window?
Yeah. You can open the window, you grab the bottom and you push it up.
Is there any way of getting out of the window?
Yeah, through the window. Through the broken window. You've just opened the window. You can defenestrate yourself if you want.
I can what?
You can get out through the window if you want to.
Yeah, I can get out through the window. Okay.
You're going to climb out through the window?
Should we just go out through the window?
First of all,
Okay.
what's outside?
There's
What
darkness.
is outside? Yeah.
There's darkness and rain, possibly blood rain pouring the other way. So, Sammy, you're jumping into the darkness.
I haven't said that. I haven't said that yet.
Are you sure? Because I think you did.
Did
anyone else
actually
think she said that?
Yeah.
No,
I did hear
I
it.
said,
It did
shall
say.
we?
So,
Shall we? I said,
Sammy,
shall we?
jumps
I
through
was
the
asking a
window.
question to the rest of the group. I was not going out through the window.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Sammy jumped out the window.
I
In
did
response
not
to your
jump out the
question,
window.
I think you should jump out the window.
Yes.
Okay, so Sammy, in her wisdom of saying that she's doing a thing,
I didn't say I was doing a thing.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't.
okay, I'll tell you what, Sammy, I'll offer you a bargain.
What?
I will allow you to do a mental endurance roll, but if you get below a 6, you're jumping out the window.
All right. Mental endurance.
Mhm.
Mental urine.
Oh,
7.
You don't jump out the window. I'm waiting for somebody else who may be able to influence this roll, in case he decides to influence this roll.
Sure.
Whoever it is.
Do I suggest an improvement?
hang on, I think something's about to happen.
I don't want it to go out the window.
So, do you want to tell them what your perk was?
Yeah, I can give another player a botch.
What?
So more specifically, he can give a player a botch or give me 2, and he's decided to give it to you.
Why not? Let's go.
That's cruel.
I know it's really
But
cool.
it's Rethix, and I thought he'd appreciate something stupid like this. So Sammy, you jump your way through the window.
All right, fine. I jumped through the window.
You jump through the window. I need you to make a mental... no, screw it, you've jumped through the window. You've jumped through the window, and you guys hear Sammy scream. You hear the clicking and crunching of bones, and about 5 seconds later, you see this mangled corpse getting thrown back through the window. Sammy, Grover, technically you will be able to see this because you're both on the same APC, but you are now about to have an access to a handout.
I'm guessing she's totally dead.
She
Where do we get
is
this handout?
100% toasted, deader than a can of Spam.
Okay.
Where do I get the handout?
It's the same place where your character sheets are.
Okay.
A little folded newspaper icon.
There you go. It should be called You're Super Dead.
There it is.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what you now have access to. So Sammy is now a
I'll
mangled,
read it.
eaten corpse.
Eaten.
Chewed.
Wow, that was quick.
And then you just hear a resounding belch. What do the rest of you guys want to do now?
We're not
I'm not
going
going
outside.
Does
Okay.
anyone need
I don't know,
healing?
maybe another try.
We can
Somebody
hear you,
else?
Jay.
Yeah. Does anyone need healing?
Maybe. Does anyone need healing?
That was in a cucumber, by the way. Obviously.
That's fine.
Yeah. A couple of points, but nothing major.
Yeah.
Well, if you do need healing, I can heal by focusing my spirit for half of your hit points.
Do you need any healing? Because didn't you get kind of battered up by that thing? Oh no, you're dead, aren't you?
I'm dead.
He's super dead. Alright, so those of you who are alive, what do you guys want to do?
Always forward, never backwards.
Close the shit out the window.
Okay, yeah, you can close the shit out the window, that's fine.
Yeah, because fuck that. Walk the hell away from the window. Window is no longer part of the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. Cross that out of the plan.
Where are you going?
Yeah.
Well, so we can either keep looping around this corridor, check out the freaky house bathroom there, or I mean, we need to get out of this place somewhere.
Well, if this is a loop and we found something useful in the last loop, maybe we should just, continue looking. It obviously wasn't where I found the thing last time because we've walked past it.
You hear faint skittering coming from the room you just were in.
Nope, let's go.
Where are you going?
Must move faster.
It's not moving at any speed, but you do hear the skittering. What'd you do? Where are you going?
Survival.
Can I step back and look down the corridor?
Yeah, the corridor, it's now dark.
Yeah,
Like-
look in the skeevy bathroom. Quick look.
Like the lights have gone out.
You're gonna do the lights have gone out, so you can't see. You can see that there's a door at the end. You can see now it's closed, but you can hear the skittering from it. It's just dark down there. Thirsty, you said you're going into the bathroom?
Yeah, why not?
Okay,
Look.
you go into the bathroom. You see this kind of freakishly lit thing. The shower curtain is now wrapped around something within the bath. To your left, you see the reflection of Rethix, because it's a mirror.
Ah!
How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Gotta put an axe in something's junk. How are you?
Not bad.
How's death?
And he disappears.
Hey guys, death isn't so bad.
He's dead, dude. He's dead.
Well,
What's in there anyway? I want to go in there.
There's like a thing wrapped in a shower curtain.
Huh. Can I try and unwrap it?
yes.
Does someone have something
Grab it
else to
and pull.
poke it with? I currently have no implement.
You grab the shower curtain, you give it a good pull, and you see this. As you pull it, you see this hand, just a hand. It seems to be withered and slightly desiccated, and on the back of the hand, you can see that there is a symbol. The symbol is of a sock. I fucking hate you guys. The symbol is of a sock. And as you pull this, I need you to make a mental endurance roll. Fucking hate you all.
Not try and use a sock.
I fucking hate you all.
Is there like a pattern on it? The symbol, like a rusted
8.
part? So.
No, the symbol on the back of the hand, it literally just looks like a sock. I
But,
was
but
hoping
no
you-
rusted element to it.
No.
Mm-hmm.
So what did you get, Grover?
8.
8.
Yes.
You hear the familiar sound of Valonda as
Mum?
she says, "Oh yes, your mother. I'm so sorry."
Yes.
You hear the wonderful sound of your mother as she says, "I'd give my sight to see you again."
Oh, the irony.
Yep. What do you guys want to do now? The
Freak out
skittering
on-
is beginning to skitter a little closer. The other light, which is kind of the only thing illuminating this corridor that you can tell at the moment, is beginning to flutter and flicker.
Look, time to go.
Is the hand dry?
The hand is dry.
Someone grab it.
Is there a medicine cabinet?
There is a medicine cabinet. It's the one which you saw Rethix on.
Yeah, I opened the shit out of that medicine cabinet.
Take a mental endurance check.
Whee. 13.
You
Give not a fuck.
You give not a fuck. Yeah. Basically, you open. You feel like a puff of like poof on your face, and realize I don't know what the fuck that was. There's nothing in it. No, that's not a lie. There's some aspirin and paracetamol.
Eat
Sweet.
it all.
I pocket that shit.
Cool. Good. The skittering is
hand
now
some to Skaggeth.
ever closer. And the light is spending
Let's see what
prolonged
the hell
periods
run out.
off.
I'm gonna head down the corridor carrying Skaggeth still.
You're still carrying him. Skaggeth is pretty healthy at this point. I want to throw this out there.
No. I'm pretty much a mess. I need a little bit of pampering still. So I'm clinging on as if my life depended on it.
This is
So I'm gonna sit
the
back there.
funniest thing. Okay, you guys. So all four of you belting your way down the corridor.
Yeah. Can I, while I'm carrying him, can I still hold a pistol in one hand?
No, I'm drawing the
I could
line
take
here.
it.
I'm literally drawing the line.
I could take the pistol.
Alright, I'll give it to Skaggeth so he can.
Okay, you four careen your way to the end where there is the bookshelf. You can see on the bookshelf that there are books, and the items on this bookshelf are different to the ones that you saw before. And you can look down to your left, and you see that in place of the vase there is a single candle, and that's the only thing really providing light in here, as the light flashes off and on behind you. Oh, and obviously, yeah, and there's a door that's closed on the right-hand side.
Yeah, so what kind of items are there now?
Ooh, this time you find... I fucking hate you guys so much. You find
closer,
a
closer.
massive collection of socks.
Are any of them
Slightly
crusty?
crusty.
Yeah.
Aw.
Just, I hate you guys so much.
Is the candle lit?
Yes. It's the only thing that's really providing a steady light other than the flickering of the wall light going out behind you.
Someone might
Right.
grab that.
Yeah, I was
Burn
going
it.
to say, dump the socks on the floor, like, feel if there's anything in any of them, and then just set the motherfuckers on fire. Light source, done, sorted.
Okay, as you push all these socks to the ground, the light at the other end flickers out and stays out.
What are the walls made of?
The walls are basically your standard internal kind of type walls, except that the wallpaper is kind of peeling off and covered in nicotine stains and the such like.
To plaster.
Probably not a good idea to burn the house down where it is, it?
That's generally a good saying, yeah, actually.
I mean,
What are you guys doing? Are you going to go grab the candle and set fire to these socks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do it, Thirsty. For
Yeah.
the socks.
I was already doing it. Yeah, cool.
Okay, Thirsty,
Okay,
you're running...
enthusiasm.
Okay, so you run down, you grab the candle. The three of you who are still alive and by the bookcase, can you make perception rolls for me, please? And tell me where you're looking.
I think me and Skaggeth should be looking in opposite directions, as I've probably got a shoulder.
Yeah, I'm looking down where we came from.
Okay.
I'm looking up to where he's going to the candle then. I got a 5.
And someone got a botch?
I got a watch.
You get like really like looking at all of these socks just makes you really sad and thinks of your mum. Fucking hate you.
Crusty socks. Make you think of your mum.
This has
That's
gone a
just
totally
one
different
first
way.
sentence
Oh,
ever spoken.
It's just so
Crusty socks
disgusting.
make you think of your mum.
And you can't see anything. For those of you who are looking down at where you just came from, you can hear the skittering, and you can hear it coming along the walls and the floor and the ceiling. And as you look up, as Thirsty runs back with the candle, by the way, all you can see is Thirsty grabbing the candle and running back to you. You can see the lamplight reflecting off of these kind of beetles. These kind of 1,000 small black beetles that seem to be making their way, chomping and chewing their way through the wall, through the floor, through the ceiling, and they seem to be coming ever closer to you. As Thirsty brings the light there, you can all see that the light illuminates down there and everything is covered in these kind of little beetle things that seem to be chewing and munching their way towards you.
Go like Thirsty. I'm going to head down towards head down the corridor.
You can head back towards the down the
No, I'm going to go
beetles?
down the safe way.
Down the
Away
safe
from-
way. Are you going to the safe place? Sorry, are you going to where you
Yeah,
think
that
the safe place is?
Yeah, I'm heading towards my best guess at safety, though.
Which
I'm
is
beginning
where?
to think maybe just burn the house down might be the best way. So along this corridor to the door at the very end, which was technically the door we shut behind us where that big thing was.
Okay.
Head towards that.
So the beetles are actually eating up the ceiling. So it's like the Langoliers. Come on, run!
Run faster!
Yeah, I'll be following, by the way.
You're following them. Thirsty, what are you doing?
Running away.
Lighting the socks and cheesing it.
Apt. Okay. You guys run. You set fire to the socks, and they take a while. They're not going up very easily, but eventually they do spark just as the beetles kind of like crawl over the first of the socks, and then I assume you run.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that.
Good plan. You guys run your way back towards the other room. The four of you have managed to make it through this round without dying. And the door slams shut behind you. And you hear the bell tolling 11 times.
Maybe if we just do 2 more circuits, then it finishes. Wasn't like
Worth
30,
try.
I think we heard earlier. Maybe we should just run through the next round and just leg it all the way back here and
See what happens. That sounds good. Carry me over. Run.
Hang on, is the dude carrying the other dude going first?
yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, unless someone else is going to overtake me, but I'm basically just going for it now.
Okay. You open the door. You find you can't open it until everyone is in the room. The door slams shut behind you. The bell tolls 11 times from the grandfather clock. You open the door, and in front of you, the carpet is completely gone. It has been stripped down to floorboards. The walls either side look as if the plaster has begun to fall off, and you can see the broken boards within. There is one flicking light standing at the other end, almost like a yeah, fuck it. There's a tilly lamp standing on the kind of on the table where the vase normally stands, and it looks as if the fuel in it is beginning to go out and it's beginning to flicker and go down. You can see the window in front of you is cracked and broken, and you can just see darkness, and you can see like very small debris flying around outside. And
So
you
like a
also
storm.
need to make who's looking at the window out of you and Skag, or are you both looking at it?
Skaggeth over my shoulder, so I'll be looking at it, I think.
You need to make a mental endurance roll.
I'm looking back, so
What kind of endurance? Mental.
Yes, please.
Care. I don't even care. Wizard of Oz is going on outside. Yeah.
What did
okay.
what you get?
Crit?
Okay, that's you need to tell me that you do those things. Okay, you crit. And you basically you have this newfound I'm just going to run and hope for the best attitude, and you think, yeah, I've got this. And as you look at the window, you can see Rethix standing there.
Bye, Rethix, and leg out to the corridor.
What'd you say?
I think
I
you're
said
running.
bye,
That's running out
Rethix.
of
I
time.
looked at the corridor.
do I see Redix as well?
Do you know what? Because you're technically riding him, I'll let you ride that crit, and yes, you can see Rethix too.
I will flip Redix off and say, "You started this, you bastard! I'm counting."
I'm gonna finish it. Bye bye.
I think the funniest thing is what I'm envisioning of you two running is actually that you're kind of hanging on to the front of him, facing backwards. He's holding you up, hand under your butt. just holding
All right, Cannon, you are now holding him like a child in front of you.
Yeah, right.
Big
Oh,
man, baby.
You have to see back.
This is just the greatest thing ever. What are the other two of you doing? Are you running with?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep up. Fuck
Okay.
this,
I'm gonna nick the tilly lamp on the way through
Okay. Oh,
because it seems
okay.
like a really good way to shade the candle.
As you pick up the tilly lamp, you see underneath it, you see a long, thin metal thing, which is about, say, I don't know, 6-ish inches. I don't know how these things work. About 6-ish inches long, and it has like the kind of the pointed end.
Fuck yes.
Everyone, take it.
Yeah. I'll steal all the Harry Potter memorabilia I can get.
And you guys, I assume, are just going to run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. That's great,
yeah,
because
that's
that's
right.
amazing. As you guys run along, I need... No, because it's funnier. I need Andy to take a reflex save for me. as you are running along this corridor, you can see that the door to your left, the very small amount of light that you're getting, the one that goes into the bathroom, is broken down and torn into pieces. You can see here that there again, you can see into the bathroom through the broken plaster and broken boards.
I crit.
You crit. That's just amazing. You see this hand shoot out and grab at your wrist, but you're like, no, motherfucker! I just keep running. And yeah, you guys can now see the ones that are behind, the one holding the lamp and the one with. You can see that there are these, I wouldn't say bodies, but you can see this fleshy mass with just lots of arms writhing out of it, reaching through the corridor. And you guys become aware that there is a crack to the right, and you can see the glass of the window in the center is beginning to crack as you see these hundreds of arms just wailing on the walls.
As I'm running through, can I be shouting like arm, left, right, left? Like trying to...
Yeah, I'll let you ride the crit. Because of that, I'll let you two follow behind safely if you wish.
Done.
Cool.
Yay, safety!
You skid to a halt in front of the... okay, I'll rephrase that. You're running towards the bookcase. As you come to the bookcase, you can see that there, again, are a bunch of books. And you can see that... Oh, man. This is just the stupidest thing. You can see that the books have now been replaced with a lot of body parts and some really big teeth.
Not stopping.
Worst concealed mimic ever.
You guys keep running? As you guys run around this corridor, just as you pass the entrance to the bedroom, which you can see is now just a broken door, you guys get jumped at by a small humanoid female with green hair. I need you to... You have a choice. You can either reflex...
Spider-Man, baby!
Yeah. This is what you see. What are you doing? Otherwise, it's attacking you right now.
So I'm just running up the corridor there. As it stepped out, can I just hold my right hand out, just keep running, so I can just kind of like punch it in the face as I go past?
You want to clothesline it?
Yeah, okay, so on a clothesline.
Take an unarmed attack, please. The system we're using is Spiced Light.
It was an 8.
An 8. You try and clothesline, and basically she's too small for you to clothesline, and she just jumps you.
Right, I'm going to spook it.
Okay.
To give it a penalty to hit.
Okay. I'm not really sure what you can do on what I've rolled, but sure. You guys, as you're running down and you try and lampshade, you try and like try to clothesline this thing, Thirsty and Grover, you become aware that you see a familiar form, the form of your father, appearing out of nowhere, just standing in front of this girl and going, whoa. And you see her take a small thing back, but her arms are already gone for the attack, and you see her hands just suddenly elongate into long fingers that just like claw at the side of fuck me, who are you called? Andy.
Andy, yeah. That's the one. It's a hard thing to remember. You don't have enough Andys in your life.
It's more concerning because you're my husband, and I forgot your name. Okay, bearing in mind that you spooked her, you take 8 points of damage.
Oh.
It's one less dice.
I whisper to Andy, Andy, don't let me go.
I've got you, don't worry.
Oh, you Titanic that shit.
Totally. And I hold a little bit extra.
Okay, you guys run around the corridor, and the girl just disappears as she runs into the wall and through it. And you guys arrive back in this room. The door slams shut behind the four of you because I assume no one's doing anything stupid.
No.
Okay.
I would never do stupid things.
What do you guys want to do now? You're back in this room, and the clock begins to chime 12.
I'm going to
I'm going to
deposit.
put the hands on it.
Where are you putting the hand?
Well, it's chiming 12, so I'm going to put the hands, set the hands to 12.
Okay, you set the hands to 12. Are you putting the big hand on the 12 and leaving the little one on the 10? Because the little one is still on the 10.
I'm gonna make the time right.
Okay, what I need to know specifically is what you are doing. Are you moving the little hand before you put the big one on?
No.
No. Excellent. At that point, as soon as you
and then wind it round so they both.
As soon as you put the big hand on the 12, you guys hear a thump as a certain person appears behind you.
No.
Oh, I'm so.
No,
Actually,
no, he is actually appearing in my line of sight.
You got the pistol, Skaggeth.
Yes, the first thing, Skaggeth, you see Rethix appear behind you, falling on his ass.
I shoot him.
Bastard, shoot him.
Yeah, I shoot him. I shoot that sorry ass. I can't. 14.
Yes, you hit him.
No, sorry. Botch.
What?
Oh, botch.
It's a botch.
Oh, botch! Oh no! Okay,
I
you.
use my last legendary.
Okay, you can reroll.
I could use the man.
You can't because it's a botch.
Okay.
It's a botch.
I can suggest.
Oh,
an improvement.
reroll. Yeah. You give him a suggestion. He goes to shoot Rethix, and you say,
Shoot that motherfucker in the head.
"There you go. You can now reroll for free, Rethix, Skaggeth."
Let's see here. Now it's 11-11. Normal.
A genuine 11. Rethix,
Yeah.
you can make a reflex save.
Come
Beat
on,
11. You botch.
What?
5.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
You botch.
Yeah.
Do you have any legendary rerolls?
Sure, I'll bet my last one. Why not? Come on.
Legendary botch. Legendary botch. Oh.
You beat
There
it.
we go.
That's perfect. You see Skaggeth pulling a gun out on you. You hear "shoot him in the head," and you're like, "Fuck this!" and dive left or right is entirely up to you. But you are unscathed.
Help me shoot it! Don't let the evil spirit out!
Damn it. Can I run out the door they came in?
You can try the handle.
Yeah, I'll try.
It opens. As it opens, you see nothing but blackness and screaming.
So,
Sorry, you
Go
hear screaming. You
forward.
don't see screaming.
it's fine. I'll walk because they're behind me. It's fine.
Can we?
Are you jumping into the void?
Yeah.
You can jump into the void.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
no once.
You jump into the void, and that's the last you see of Rethix.
Aw.
I told you he was
my daddy's back.
evil!
Rethix, you're about to get access to another handout.
Your
Okay.
stupid
Wonder what it
handout.
I wonder what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Now that the demonic presence has been dealt with, can I patch my wounds up slightly?
As
You
long
can
as you're
ask for
not
help.
letting me go.
You can ask for help.
Can someone could you assist me?
Yeah, I can assist you. I can caress your back a little bit extra.
Oh my god.
Grover, you get
Yeah, I get +2.
Okay.
Well, we both get +2 rather, if I help.
This
Cool.
is the stupidest thing
Yeah,
ever.
I got a 10, so 12 with assistance.
Where's this a healing?
Yeah, healing check.
So I can point out, he's hurting over here. Here.
Okay.
Where the blood's
I
pouring
will
out.
I'll allow you guys to heal up that way. That's not a problem. Alright, what do you I assume that you guys are healing up the best you can. There's still 4 of you alive. So I've got a kill count of 3 right now, right?
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Technically, you managed to kill Rethix twice.
He didn't die the first time round, but I'll get into that later. Okay.
Just out of curiosity, what happens if you play with those hands on the clock?
You said it to 12, right?
Yeah. No,
Nothing
I
happens.
literally put the hand on. It went clunk, and some shit went down.
Yeah, because it was
Some
actually...
shit went down. Okay.
I went like, I'm gonna put this hand on. Clunk. Someone goes dunk. And there's
Yeah.
gunshots and
Okay.
shit.
That's because he was at...
What are you guys doing
10.
now? Sorry, I'm aware of the time and I realise that nobody gives a fuck, but we should at least keep an eye, sort of, on it. So, what do you guys want to do now?
I say to first to try to put the small one to 1, and then put the rest in.
Yeah, I wind it around like an
No,
orc.
don't wind it. Take
Oh.
out the long one.
While you're doing that, can I have my pistols back for a second? I need to reload.
It seems like terribly like
Yeah.
cheap.
Reload for me. Reload,
I'll
Andy.
reload it and give you back a one with a full 6 shots.
Yeah. Okay.
So what are you doing with the clock?
Apparently, I'm taking off the hands and manually setting them to 1 o'clock.
You guys hear the clock strike 13, and everything around you shifts and vibrates, and you guys kind of knock to the floor slightly, including you carrying Skaggeth, I assume. And then you just see this bright white just flash in front of your eyes. And the next thing you know, the four of you are standing in front of a sarcophagus. It's blackness all around you. There seems to be a light emanating from this sarcophagus. This is where the rest of you who are dead are able to more interact with the world. You can see what they see.
So, looking round, can we see anything apart from this sarcophagus? If it's giving out light, is it illuminating anything?
Nope.
So we can't see what we're
I
standing.
open the sarcophagus.
Yeah. Let's get
You
to
step
some
up to the
breakfast.
sarcophagus.
Yes.
As you step, take a perception check for me.
Perception. 9.
A 9. On a 9, you see that as you step up to the plinth that the sarcophagus is on, you notice that there is a large circle on the ground, under, like literally below it, just far extended around it. And you can see that there are 3 separate segments, coloured slightly differently. And yeah, on your 9, you notice that there is a skull and crossbones in one of these, that there is a sock in the other, and that there is a tooth on the other.
Did we keep any of those socks?
We didn't take the tooth either, so we're screwed in that department.
We've still got the hand, though. Why don't you put the hand with the sock image on it on top of the sock thing?
Could try that. But then we don't have the other 2 bits.
Come here. I extracted it.
So I'm going to ask you the question. Did you step onto this big circly rune thing, or are you standing off it still?
I can say with full, I will never go on top of anything. I am
Good to
riding
know.
majestically.
Everybody I know and love has died or killed themselves. So, I'm stepping onto this thing.
You're stepping onto it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
As
Put
you
the
step
kid there.
onto it, you all hear a rush of fire, and you see a circle of fire appear around the edge of this rune that you've seen on the ground. And you all see that hovering in midair above the sarcophagus is Volonda. Her arms are wrapped with barbed wire. They are pulling her limbs, and you see above that, you see this big skeletal figure with fiery eyes manipulating her and screaming. Those of you in the dead can see what you see.
Okay.
Can
Can I shoot it?
You can absolutely shoot the shit out of this.
I'm gonna shoot it. Cover your eyes, Andy. I'm shooting.
Okay. I'll spin around so you can see it.
Oh my god! Sure.
A little bit higher. That's good. That's good.
Take an attack roll, then, Skaggeth. Anyone who's
8,
attacking, roll your
9.
attacks now. And tell me what you're doing once I get to you.
Is there a difference though between big gun or small gun? Which
Yep.
one should I use?
Use small guns because it's a pistol.
Okay. I'll re-roll.
We tend to designate anything a small weapon if you use one hand or could use one hand to use it. And a two-handed weapon is generally anything you need 2 hands for, like a big gun.
Gotcha. So I got 11, 12 normal.
12 normal, nice. Yeah, you paff a shot at that thing. I believe it's like a D something. Oh, D10. Oh, you got a 12 and then a 12. Yeah, you shoot this this creature sort of like in its general face area, and you hear the chipping of bone. You guys in the dead can see that the creature's face has basically, a good portion of it has been blown away far more extremely than it is in the physical world.
Also,
Alright, so Skaggeth, that's you.
Yeah, so the only thing I do extra is pat Andy on the head. We got it! We got it!
yeah.
Andy, what do you want to do?
I've still got my other pistol there, haven't I? As
Yeah.
I'm not actually moving with Skaggeth, can I actually like spin and shoot with it?
Sure.
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Yes,
You
don't
could turn-
drop me,
You
Andy.
could turn side on and have an awkward like hug shoot.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we'll do that. We'll just
Or
turn
you
side
could put him
on.
down.
So we're both just pointing it like gangster style to the side and just blowing this thing up. And yeah, that's a 15 to hit and 13 damage.
Gun cuddle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and
We
Skaggeth.
will call it the gun dance.
Yeah, we're gun dancing.
Okay. Yes, Andy, you absolutely nail it. Where do you want to shoot him?
I'd like to blow one of his cheeks off if I can. Or
Oh,
his
you wanna
jaw.
go for the
Actually,
same
try and take
place?
the jaw.
You'll take
I
the
wanna try
jaw.
and take the lower jaw
Okay,
off.
your bullet just goes whew, and you see it basically shatter against his chin, and you see lots of his teeth flying out and the cracking of the jaw. The jaw is still there, but that front portion that's gone. You guys in the dead world, you can see that the bottom of his face has basically just gone away. You can see his lower jaw going. You can see the light that is linking him to Vlonda is beginning to weaken and go down. Who else is alive? Thirsty. What are you doing?
Well, considering I'm entirely unarmed on the other side of a wall of fire,
You can jump through the fur.
or I can. Actually, I still have that femur.
You do.
I'm going to walk around to where the skull and crossbones are.
Okay.
See if I can safely get across with my bone.
Okay. Bless you. You walk through the fire with your bone. You seem completely unfazed by the fire.
Sweet.
Are you doing anything with this bone?
I'm thirsty. Fuck him up.
With your bone?
Can I
No.
reach him?
You would have to climb on top of the sarcophagus to hit him, but it's doable.
Fuck yeah, why not? I jump onto the sarcophagus and attempt to club him in the nuts, because it's probably all I can reach.
Okay, go for it. Roll an attack roll. This is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
I'm going to club the Reaper in the nuts.
Okay.
Bam. 13 and a 9. So.
Yes, it takes a bit of a jump, but that kind of extra jump and whack! Yeah, you get it square in the nuts. Those of you in the dead world?
Nuts!
You basically hear that. And you see this kind of like... Oh man, you just see like the lower portion of his groin just like disappear, and that thread between the two of them kind of begins to flicker, and the thread between Helena and the thing that you're seeing, the other P thing that you're seeing, that
Me and
link is
Vlonda.
also beginning to fade. However,
Vlonda.
yeah,
So
Vlonda,
Helena will
sorry.
return to
Yeah.
us.
I'm so sorry. Grover, you're the last person alive other than these two,
I am
these three.
alive.
What are you
Okay, I
doing?
was wondering. Oh, shoot the fucker
Okay, go.
with my crossbow.
Okay.
With Dad's crossbow.
My crossbow.
With the power of love.
Yeah,
Jesus,
15.
with the power of love, you take it straight in the sternum area. You see it rippling through the robe that it's wearing, and you hear the cracking and smashing of bones. Okay, you in the dead world, Jay.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna spook it again.
Okay.
Gonna
What are you?
kill it with
What is
the
this
spook.
spooking you're doing?
Just a strange little dance in front of it, so that when it does its next hit, it'll be at a disadvantage.
Okay, excellent. That's good to know. You basically go up to this person marionetting your friend with barbed wire and basically do a little jig in front of it. I'm imagining a Russian Cossack is what you're doing right now.
Yes.
Excellent.
Why not?
Awesome. Sammy, what are you doing in the world of the dead?
I'm going to focus my energy and blow up the thing.
You're going for that option. You're going for the
Yes.
nuclear option.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you?
I'm dead.
No, where are you?
What do you mean?
Like, in relation to everything else.
Where are you in the room? Your spirit.
Yeah. You can see
Um,
everything they see, plus the extra things that I gave you, people who can see, who are dead.
I will be right up against the creature.
Okay.
Right beside it.
You're gonna go struggle cuddle the creature.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I allow you to do that, Rethix, what are you doing, dude?
I'm gonna focus my power and I'm gonna heal my new best friend.
Cool. You guys in the world of the dead get to see Rethix basically just illuminate like a fucking light bulb. Like an angel has been sent down from heaven, laid his hands upon this terrifying beast, and you see him heal this dude. You see his face return back to normal. You see his groin majestically return back to wherever that came from. And you see the link between him and him and Valonda and the portal. You see that strengthen. If anything, it is stronger than it was before. And you hear Helena like, why?
Oh my god, get the name right.
Sorry. Dude, I can't remember. It ends in fucking A. You see Valonda like scream, like basically just turn to Rethix and he's like, why?
Sure,
Wow,
why?
that's a troubled marriage.
It feels real good. Feels real good.
Excellent news. Alright, Sammy, you are now going supernova. Please roll 10d10.
Holy shit.
10d10. Hold on.
10.
How do we do that?
How do we do that?
Space 10d10.
What, in chat?
Yeah. Without the dot.
72.
72. Fuck mine.
That was
Okay.
a nice roll, then.
You all see... Sammy, how do you explode?
In a fiery ball.
Okay, you guys see Sammy run up to your new best friend, Rethix, give him a hug, and you see a fire start from basically the center of her being. And it basically just starts with a faint flicker of a fire and then engulfs everything. And it just goes whoosh and explodes across everyone. Those who are dead, you're fine. This creature is unbelievably fucked. You just basically see it as a small smouldering ruin of a hand, and you see the faintest light between it and between Valonda. The link between Valonda and the portal is gone. Those of you in the living, you all take 7 damage.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh,
And-
I've got this far without taking any damage.
For those of you who are dead, you can see that the essence that was Sammy is being sucked back through this portal. And she's gone. Sammy, you are super, super dead.
Beyond
So rather
that.
than being super dead, I'm now super, super dead.
Yeah, you
No
are.
longer undead.
Okay.
Is that another handout?
No.
Just
She's
you,
super,
like,
super dead. She's unplayably super dead.
How much was the
if one
damage to
was-
the humans?
To the humans is 7.
7. Yeah.
So those of you still alive. So, those of you still alive, Skaggeth,
Yeah.
what do you want to do? You all basically feel this intense mental pain, and it feels a lot like someone screaming in your head, "Why are you doing this to me?" And then you fear, because it feels good.
And what happens after that, though?
It's now your go. There is basically what you are seeing now is a skeletal hand above Valonda. And you basically just see the very small, like the fingers, the 4 that remain, with small barbed wire ropes attached to them, kind of very weakly manipulating her.
I'll shoot it again.
Good job.
Oh, so I hit. I will do max. Okay.
No.
11-8, normal.
11 and 8. Yeah, you basically pull out your pistol and you shoot at the very center of its palm, and it just explodes. You see small fragments of fingers disappearing all over the place. And you see Helena's body, or spirit rather, you see it begin to sink down and basically just float back through the sarcophagus. For those of you in the world of the dead, which are just 2 of you now, right? Just 2 of you now. You see that Helena's spirit is still standing, but she's no longer bound with barbed wire. You can see that You can see that the portal that had the link between her and it, you can see the creatures that are through this portal basically just beginning to claw their way through as if it's like breaking through a membrane. And then there's a slight shift as Helena turns and stares back at her son. And you see, as Helena turns back at her son, you see the world shift a little bit. Fuck me, Valonda turns around and stares back at her son.
Just switch her name to Helena and we'll
What? Why did you pick Valonda? Why? Fucking dick.
I was looking at it.
Yeah, if you have written down
So
like
much.
Helena, use Helena.
No, because I'll explain Helena later on. Valonda is basically turns back and looks at her son, and the world shifts a bit, and the living and the dead can see one another. Apart from Sammy, who's through a portal. For those of you who are live, you can see that behind Valonda there is a big portal. This portal is edged in black ooze. It seems to be dripping, and there are what appears to be kind of demon-y type creatures that are born from boiling blood and are trying to claw their way through a membrane back towards where you guys on this side of the portal are. And Helena is standing on the other side of the sarcophagus with Jay to one side of her and Rethix to the other.
I shoot
Shoot
Reddit.
Rethix in the face.
Take your
I'm still
shots.
standing on the sarcophagus.
Yeah, you're still standing on the sarcophagus, yeah. Yeah. You felt your nemesis pass through. It was weird.
7 and 13.
Okay. That misses.
Damn.
Yeah, then I missed you.
That misses. Anyone else
I'm
shooting
gonna
Rethix or chucking anything at him?
I'm going to attempt to twat him on the head with my big bone.
Okay, you run over there and try and twat him on the head with your big bone. What'd you get?
Oh, 8.
Nope, passes through.
So this portal that we can see with these boiling blood demon things coming out of it, is there any obvious links that are keeping it open?
No, there is not. But Valonda turns and looks at you guys and she says, well, thank you for sort of destroying that creature. That's kind of cool and everything, but I kind of need to stay here. In fact, you! And she turns around and looks at Rethix. You can stay here and keep this portal closed. Fuck you!
I'm up for that.
Second hand is choice.
Yeah.
Quick, someone get some iron. We'll find him.
Reddit,
That's-
by the way,
you've
you're
seen-
voted off the island.
Yeah!
Jay, buddy, just swim in.
Run.
You're supposed to be my husband, and you basically saw me dead, you asshole! And she's basically gonna hold you and drag you over to the portal. Are you gonna try and stop her?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Take an opposed charisma check for me. We have no physical form.
It's pretty terrible with that. Come on. That's a no. Nope.
Well, that's hilarious because husband versus wife, she crits and pushes you through the portal. She basically holds you at just the moment when they break through the membrane, and she forces your head into that hole, so it basically goes around you and closes around your neck, a bit like a oh my god,
Guillotine.
sphincter.
Docs.
That's the word.
Yeesh.
Yep. And you feel it tightly gripping around your neck, and basically you're exposed to hell is basically what we're exposed to. And I'm gonna leave you sitting in there because fuck you.
Jab your face into hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave you there.
And she turns back and looks at the rest of you, and she looks at Jay and looks back to the rest of you, and she says, so you probably should get out of here, because I think Rethix is only going to hold them closed for so long. We need to keep this portal closed.
Good point. How?
Where are we? What's going on? How
What
are
the
you
fuck?
still talking to us?
Well, you're...
What's up with that guy's hair?
What guy's head?
He's in hell!
Oh, yeah, that's what he gets for marrying me and pissing me off, so, yeah. So, yeah,
Nice to see my
basically...
family all together.
I can stay here and keep the portal closed by basically doing the same thing that weird creature did to it. And And if you want to help me, ex-husband of mine, I'm sure we could hold the portal closed a lot easier. And she looks over at Jay.
Yeah. Sure.
Face it, Jay, it's probably your last chance.
Yeah. Do something good with your life. I mean, you have, but you know.
Well, you kind of failed with that, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, Grover, but you know.
Yeah.
Let's do it. For
I just want to turn my I'm turning my crossbow on myself and shooting myself in the eye.
Okay. As you do that, you feel a momentary spark of pain. And then it's gone, and you guys see Grover's body hit the deck with an arrow through his own eye and through his brain. About 10-15 seconds later, you see his spirit standing next to Valonda. And she gives you a hug. And she's like, why did you do that?
Well, you're all here, even that asshole. You're all kind of family. I didn't really have anything else to go to, so figured now that I know there's an afterlife, you know. But before it was a bit shaky, didn't really know. Now I know.
But you don't understand. It's not a nice process being a thing that holds that closed. It's painful.
But it's a bit too late now.
Well, yeah, but...
Well, guys, enjoy making batteries. How do we get out of here?
Yeah, I see that. I see that the thing that you're doing right now is like a family thing, so I don't want to kind of disrupt that part, you know.
Yeah, you know.
If you can help us out, guide us,
You know,
us,
the team, Trez Beardy Boys, we're going to be...
We need to scoot, you know.
Trey Beardy Boys, my god. Every one of you on this stream has a beard apart from Sammy and I, so I don't really know.
Yeah, but they're dead.
But they're dead so far, those guys. The living Trey Beardy Boys, Valonda looks over and she points up at, like, beyond the portal. She makes it disappear from your vision, and you can see that behind there is a door, and it's slightly ajar, and beyond that you can see there's a staircase.
Where are we?
You're quite below the Boneyard, so far as I know.
And this portal to hell or whatever is always down here?
I've been tormented for a while. I wasn't really picking up the details so much, other than it's a portal to hell and someone needs to use their spirit to help keep it closed, sort of thing, so...
What, are you doing that forever now?
I think so. She looks over at Jay. Like,
cool, Andy,
and her son,
let's go.
I guess we can do that.
Family business, I got it.
So, Trey Beardy Boys, you're going for a run?
Trey Beardy Boys. By the way, where did you leave your stash? Because you're not going to need it now.
My stash?
You're a scavenger. You've probably got some stuff sort of cashed out somewhere.
Oh. Do you know what? Since you're such a close friend now, go fuck yourself.
I never did like you.
I don't like you either. Get the fuck out of here.
How many hit points does everyone have? I could totally just supernova the shit out of you.
Maybe we should do that because then we'll lose you through the portal, and I don't want that to happen. If you're going to be here, be on the right side of the portal. Unlike Kim, who's halfway stuck in hell.
So what? If you guys
like muffled.
Rethix is voice from the other side. It's not so bad.
I kind of like it here. Push me in.
Just look over.
No more tricks from you.
His head through the portal.
Push me fully in.
All right, the three of you going to go for a run then? Are you going to stay here and continue chatting at them?
I still want to emphasize there are two people running.
Yes.
God's sake.
Okay, so Skaggeth,
do I have
being
to use
carried...
this mighty bone to leave you off?
You're actually 100% fine, I think. Alright, so in a hilarity, Trey Beardy Boys, one being carried like a giant man baby, are being carried and run themselves up the staircase, and we will hold that moment on you guys for a moment as we cut back to the world of the dead, which disappears back, thankfully, to the portal and the side of the dead. And Valonda looks at her ex-husband, her son, and her husband stuck partway into hell, and she says, so... Are you ready to do this? This is a really long-term commitment. I mean, if you want to go haunt someone, you should probably go do it now.
Nah. I've got a lot of making up to do.
This has to be done.
Okay. And as you all agree, white porcelain masks appear on your faces, with a single teardrop of blood out one eye, and Valonda puts her hand out, and you see barbed wire rope shoot out and wrap around Rethix's torso. Do you guys want to do the same?
She's Spider-Man.
Wait, are we becoming the asshole who tormented you?
No, because he was alive, and he had a choice, and he decided that well, he didn't really have a choice. He wasn't strong enough, so I had to keep using new cells. But there's 3 of us, and there's 1 of him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one.
Bye, Dad.
One hand on Valonda's wrist.
Okay.
On the other hand to do what you're doing.
Okay. Are you joining in this Kodak moment somehow?
Can my barbed wire shoot up his ass? Fuck you.
Take a.
Oh God.
Oh my
Take a
god.
rupture check.
I'll tell you what. Just as you see
Medicine.
2 barbed wire ropes go out and grab Rethix and pull him back so he's fully in the portal before it, you see there is an energy link between Valonda, Jay, and Rethix, and they seem to portal through him into this gate thing. And then as Grover steps behind the ex-married couple, you see a barbed wire shoot out of his hand, and that's where we're going to go to black as we finish the game out.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Tickle his tonsils.
Wow, guys. Thank you for the stupidity of Valonda. That's great
So,
there. You what, sorry?
So what was her name?
Valonda, go fuck yourself. I hate you guys so much. Why a fucking sock? Why?
You gave us the choices.
I know.
Oh,
We ran with it. It was fun. Wow. Okay. Since it's pressing on time, we're going to do a quick run round and say hello and thank you and goodbye to all that good shit. So, let's start off with the order I see you in my Zoom chat. Let's start off with Jay.
Yes, it's Corone, aka Jay Shuri. You can find me
Jeez, I
on
put my glasses back on there.
Twitter, at Corone_BTP. You can also find information about my short films, particularly the Betrayed film, which there's loads of updates coming for that. I'm working on a new website. You can find that at jqs.org.uk. And that's it for me.
Did you enjoy the game?
I loved it.
Good. I'm sorry you were dead.
It's the first time I've died ever.
Wow.
In
Holy
anything
crap.
we've played.
Holy crap.
So,
Take your death
good.
virginity. Wonderful.
Yes.
Andy.
Hey, yeah, you can find me on Twitter at tech_BTP, and you can also find me at bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk and gbstudios.co.uk. And yeah, that was a really awesome session. I really liked that one. That was everything was just completely tripping out, and it was just wonder how I'd react to this kind of thing. It's probably just run. So I decided to do that, and it was hilarious carrying Skaggeth around for the entire game just because I could. But I have a perk. I get to use it. Damn it!
So bad.
That was hilarious.
All right, Skaggeth, our wonderful visitor from Skag Nation. Woo!
Yeah, I had a really good time. I mean, it was the question in the start if it were serious, haunting, kind of strange thing, and
It was...
early on we broke that part. So.
You guys broke me fairly quickly. It probably started off the moment it said that it was going to be called Valonda. I'm like, oh no.
But yeah, being a man carried around, that was fairly enjoyable, I guess. That was never let you go.
Murderous man, baby.
Where can we find you online? I can't remember
on
if you said
Twitch,
it.
the Skaggeth and Skaggeth.com and Twitter and all Skaggeth. So yeah, come and join. It's partially really fun,
Cool.
partially not.
Partially fun.
Oh, and Grover.
You can find me at dev_BTP on Twitter. That's about it. But yeah, it was really good. I'm pretty certain I know exactly where all of the inspiration came from for this.
I have no idea.
No. I'll say after the stream. But it was really fun. It was really good. Very much enjoyed it.
Good.
But yeah, we definitely broke the seriousness out of it very quickly.
Yeah, thanks for that, guys. Sammy.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at KillerKitten21. And yeah, it was really good.
I'm sorry you were dead.
Yeah.
By boat.
I'm sorry you died by boat, but...
Oh, we're losing connection.
Oh dear. They keep freezing up. Perfect timing. Good choice.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm sorry you were dead, but it was kind of funny.
It's alright. Yeah.
This was nowhere near as serious as I hoped it would be, but never mind. Rethix.
Yeah. I mean, I almost got away with my master plan, but
Almost.
I was bested in the end. Damn it. Well, I think A for effort at least.
E for effort.
Yes. Well, you can find me on Twitch and the Twitter at Rethix.
Cool. And penultimately, Thirsty.
Hello. That was great fun. I loved that. I especially liked the part where I lost my cricket bat and one of my traits instantly became completely useless.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that was fantastic. Thirsty, you can find me at thirsty_BTP on Twitter and on bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk, where every so often I remember to actually do something. Yeah, and you'll find me around on the internet. I tend to be shouting about things or being a dick. That's pretty much it.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. You can find me on Twitter at blood_BTP. You can find me bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk, where you can find the actual proper rules for our system eventually at some point soon. Here on Twitch, bloodthirsty_puppets. You can find me twice a week over on Skaggeth's channel. Woo! Where I play the Void with, one of the other dicks in this channel. Yes, fun times. And on Beyond with two of the other people in this chat. Yeah, it's been fun. You guys broke the game in like 30 seconds of playing. I'm like, I'm not going to need half of these notes anymore. Why do I even bother? It was amazing and really good fun. Thanks. Thank you for putting up with this and thank you for running late. Thank you to our visitors for coming, because I didn't expect either of you to say yes and you did, and I'm very happy you did. It was a great addition to have you here. And I think last but not least, need to thank Kevin MacLeod for all the free ass music and Comptech.com. I think that's probably it. Is there anything anybody would like to shout out into the void before we shut down the stream?
Catch us next Friday for the finale.
Yes, finale of Bringing Home the Bacon is next Friday.
Yeah.
Anything else from anyone else? No, wait, there is one other thing I need to shout. Some people in this chat are playing on Skaggeth's long monthly stream game tomorrow, where we are playing the lamp.
Ah, yes.
D&D one shot. It's going to be fun. So yeah, check that out tomorrow. I think it's 2 p.m. UK time, 3 EST, and 9 a.m. if you're somewhere over in America. So check that out if you can. Yeah. All right. In that case, time of the bar bitches. Drink up, and we'll catch you on another time. Bye.
Maybe.